I've got 3 Fantasy Grounds licenses. One day I'll reinstall it and take a look. But lots of people were talking about Foundry. So I thought I'd give it a go. And I for what I can do with it, it's fine. It is fine. One day I'll reinstall it. I think it becomes what you're used to, and I'm used to Foundry now over Fantasy Grounds. So
absolutely, you've been out of Fantasy Grounds for a long time, haven't we?
The only thing I would say is I would never go back to Roll20 because in comparison, it's not a great. It's clunky.
It is, however, free.
But it's free.
Mostly, yeah.
Also, that it depends what your friend wants to do with DMing online. Does he want a VT or does he just want a DM online? Because there's lots of other stuff.
DM online.
There's lots of other ways of DMing online without a VTT.
Discord.
What's VTT anyway?
Virtual tabletop.
Oh right.
Just do it in Discord, type up whatever, and away you go. You post pictures in there. People have done it.
Yeah.
I've run games like that before.
Google Docs.
Yeah,
sharing stuff like that.
Yeah, I've used Google Docs a lot. That's why I used actually Discord and Google Docs. So.
Okay, so it looks like Leonidas isn't going to join us tonight. So DM's fear on Kurgan.
Oh, also another way of doing it. Sorry, if he's doing it over video chat, if he wanted to do the combat and D&D Beyond, and he had D&D Beyond, he could do it in that with the tracker. So you'd make all your rolls using that. You'd see it coming through. Everybody would see it. So you could use that and the combat tracker in there.
Yeah, that's right. They've released that now, haven't they?
Yeah, it's a very good idea.
I tried that around the table the last time I played here, and the guys loved it. They had the dice themselves, but they thought, well, no, it's easier for me because I don't like adding up. They were just lazy.
My normal D&D group, I suspect next time we play in person, which will start happening soon, we will still be using Beyond because it's just that easy to keep all the character sheet and stuff like that. It's going to be.
The only problem, we played Curse of Strahd with D&D Beyond, and the problem that I found with it was, first and foremost, the table wasn't big, so it was a 6 foot by 4 foot table, and some guy will turn up with their 15-inch laptop because that's what they have. And some other person will have a tablet. Somebody will have 2 phones.
Yeah, but you can do it on your phone now, so you just
can. But the problem I had at one point, I remember looking around the table. I think I was actually running the game at the time, looking around the table, and half the players were browsing holiday destinations, were ordering things online, and it's like
you get away.
And that was so. In the end, we went, okay, we're banning Beyond at the table because you're not focusing on the game. And I did the same thing when I was playing, and I'd have my tablet. There'd be times when I'd be on my tablet, and instead of looking at Beyond, I'd be looking at something else. And it's focus on the game, because the GM spent time planning it.
It's just rude.
It is rude. Says he who's currently looking at hotgirlsforme.com. On that note, are we ready?
We are live. I've left it. We started at 20 past, to be fair, but I'll let you ramble for 5 minutes.
Okay. So, welcome, episode 22, I believe.
23, sir. 23.
23, yeah.
I better change my notes then. I obviously didn't write any notes for last session. Okay, so episode 23. Wow.
Can you rewind there and say, how did you not make any notes for last session after what went on?
That TPK might be coming this session, that's why.
Well, it was a shower scene, wasn't it? So he didn't have to make notes, it's all going back.
Yes. Bobby?
So, let's recap. Last session, you had arrived at the swamp, finding the area that you thought was responsible for the ever-growing swamp area. It seemed to be some kind of hole in the ground that was spurting out water on a regular sort of, almost like a heartbeat. It had been protected by a water elemental, And after you dispatched that water elemental, you began to investigate, and then found that a second water elemental appeared. The second water elemental was a lot quicker to dispatch, if I remember rightly. You kind of did that one much easier than the first elemental. After which, you took some time to investigate, sending Rage down into the hole, mostly because he didn't need to breathe. And down there, it discovered a skeletal remains of an elven wizard. But also, Rage continued to go down, trying to reach the bottom of this hole, and ended up, as far as you can all tell, because you all followed him, into the plane, the elemental plane of water. On your return from the elemental plane of water as a group, because you all decided that Rage had disappeared for too long, you all jumped down into the hole, and on your return, you discovered an elven mage being ambushed by goblins. You attacked the goblins, defeated the goblins, and discovered that the elven mage, by the name of Caladel, I believe, was returning here once sort of every 20 or so days and using a ring that he wore to control the portal and to keep it kind of sealed. And he confirmed to you that if he didn't do this, then the portal to the elemental plane of water would remain open, water would leak out, and so would come creatures from that elemental plane. You also discovered that somehow, mostly because the DM had had a few beers that night, I think, you had time traveled and had gone back 10 days. And so instead of the time being the 5th of Sweetrain, it's now the 15th of Flowerbloom. And you are somewhat concerned about the implications that might have. And in talking to Caladel, he suggested that you travelled sort of south a couple of days, looking for a ziggurat atop a lone hill. And inside that ziggurat is rumoured to be an ancient sphinx that may be able to help you. Either give you some means to return you back to your timeline, or something. So after that had happened, he departed, and you were going to depart as well. So we'll move you to the campaign
we didn't
now.
tell him to not seal the portal, didn't we?
No, you did tell him to seal the portal. He'd already sealed it.
Then how did we come through if he was already sealed it?
Oh, he was in the process of sealing it. So yeah, so he sealed it afterwards.
So that means there won't be any water flooding.
Correct.
Which means if there is other ones of ourselves, up north doing our stuff when we got off the boat, that means that they won't ever come down to the swamp. And if they don't come down to the swamp, we won't have come out of the swamp.
And everything fixes itself.
No, it won't, because
No,
we
it
won't
doesn't.
exist anymore.
Or
That's
will
if
it?
that's if the whole of the world has changed, or just part of the world has changed.
And so this kind of conversation is taking place as you settle down for a long rest. So to the south of the desolate swamp, you're heading for, I think it was it, can anybody remember exactly where you were heading for?
Is it there?
I thought I had it written down. I've got the wife at 3118.
Oh no, it's right here. That's where we're heading.
No, that's where we camped. I thought we were heading sort of down this sort of direction.
You are, yes. I can't remember
Yeah,
if
somewhere on these hills or something or other.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, I know where it is. You only know vaguely where it is. So as you get closer, you're going to need to start looking for it.
Where are all these camps things on the map?
You have no idea. You have no clue.
There's a town down here.
Ashenshaft, yeah. And there's Light Elf over here. Okay. So you settle down for the night. Is there anything in particular that you wish to do during your long rest?
Decide what we're going to do.
Yeah,
Head to the Sphinx to see what aid they can give us.
I'm going to. I'll keep watch because I now, for some strange, my mistress has blessed me with the ability to not need sleep. So I will keep watch, and while I'm doing that, I'll just ponder my thoughts and what we've learnt over our strange journeys together.
Because your mistress has use of you all night, every night.
Oh yes. Sorry. Yes, she needs me to look into knowledge every night.
Exactly.
That's because you're a warlock.
Okay. Anybody, you going to discuss anything? What's happened? Or are you just going to roll with it?
Well, yeah, we do kind of need to talk about it. But for some reason, Kurgan's not talking tonight.
No, Kurgan is quite
Kurgan's asleep.
distracted. Kurgan seems quite quiet, actually. And every so often he seems to stare at the burnt axe haft in his hand.
So we need to find this pyramid near Ashenshaft.
Indeed.
It sounds out. I mean, the wizard seemed to know
I'm
what
more
he was
worried
talking
about what our old selves are doing.
Ember, they're not here, so we don't need to worry about that, and we know what they're doing.
Yeah, but they won't do what we did because there won't be any flooding.
No, that's 10 days ago.
Yeah,
That's a day ago. Sorry for them.
They'll do everything up until the point where we got the task for the flooded.
That's right.
Everything else will get done.
Yeah, okay.
We had looked into the flooding in their time in 8 days' time from now.
Well, we also won't. On a strange note, we won't own that house either. It's been in the floodplains.
Oh no! How terrible!
I know, it's awful.
Although we do have the deeds, and we could go up and go. We've got deeds to this.
Yeah,
house.
this is our house.
Perfectly
Well,
good
there's
serviceable
yeah.
farm.
Two pieces. Oh, right, yeah.
Don't you
We
selling
would
it
have
over
to
to
get
us?
No, I would agree to go where you guys are going down south to the things. Then that's what you believe. If everyone else is not worried, I will try not to be worried.
If nothing else, we may at least be able to get some advice.
Yes. Well, yeah. Just stay out of our old selves' path, I suppose.
We need somebody to shed some light on what has actually happened.
Well, I have listened to the last two episodes, so I'm fully aware of kind of what's been going on. But I'm just going to take like a back step at the moment, just to sort of find my feet back with the party, so to speak. So I'll let you guys move whatever direction you wish to move in, and I'll just join along.
Okay. Why is it so dark?
We could all use a good night's sleep, and perhaps in the morning our heads will be a little clearer.
Definitely. I mean, some strange things have happened. I'm just glad we've got Rage back. I thought he was gone for sure. So yes, Rage. What are your feelings on this?
Well, my thoughts are that we need to return things to their natural order. I'm thousands of years old, although in reality I'm only a few years old. I'm from a distant past. But again, I still feel it. We need to return the time as it was. Too many things can change.
I totally agree with you on this. this is not the natural order of things, and things must be put to how they were. So yes, I think we should see this this pyramid and meet whatever's in there, and hopefully that will solve our predicament. So I'm going to just put my head in a book and while keeping an eye out as well and listening, but just relax. Keep the campfire burning.
Okay.
Are we taking watches this evening?
Yes.
You,
'Cause I can take a watch.
well, you don't really need to because I can stay up all night now.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I mean, company at some point may be appreciated, but if you need your rest, please do take your rest.
Well, as an elf, I only need 4 hours, really. Well, I need 8, but I mean...
I'm quite happy for the company because I'll be up all night and from now on really. So
Yeah, I can do that. I can give you company for tonight. As I say, I only need really 4 hours meditation.
yeah, that's wonderful.
L'Oreal is looking for a reasonably sheltered area and stretching out her bedroll.
And to be honest with you, I just sit or stand motionless, and I can see and hear anything anyway. I'm never unconscious. So and I do have my maul.
I'm just going to roll over on my bedroll and go to sleep.
Are you going to hide first?
I was going to say, are you going to hide?
Fine, I'll climb up a tree and hide in the tree.
It's a bit weird.
What?
No, so I'm just trying to do something. It's not letting me do it.
Thought you said I'd me climb over in the tree. It was weird.
Oh, sleeping in a tree might be a bit weird.
I'm
Make
small.
sure you strap yourself onto a branch and don't fall off.
Do a bit of Hunger Games.
Yeah, I love that movie actually.
Yeah, I watched them the other back to back because I've never seen them all the way through. So I watched them over Christmas. I enjoyed them lots.
Yeah, they are good.
Never seen them. I think they are on Netflix at the moment. So
Yeah.
You're cleric, so is that charisma or wisdom?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Shit, isn't it? None of the standard web picture formats are supported, so I'll have to do it hard way. So I will apologise for the streamers later because they're not able to see this. Okay. Well, Medi, give me a perception check, please. And you're basically going to sit there and just ponder the wishes of your mistress and let the most of the group sleep through the night, with Rage just standing silently nearby, as he always does, like a statue. Well, apart from hearing a few wolves howling in the distance and other nocturnal animals kind of sniffing around nearby, you're pretty much, well, not pretty much, you are left to enjoy a long rest. Everybody can have a long rest. And we will reconvene. Let's have a look. It's about 6:30 in the morning on the 16th of Flowerbloom. As the sun begins to kind of rise and you take a look around, you're in a fertile plain, sort of sandwiched between the differing hills to the north, the Gillring Hills to the south. Over to the east is the Gillring Plains, I think they're called. You'll need to kind of navigate across the River Modron. You're on the northern bank at the moment, but that's not too difficult to do. You'll be able to find crossing points.
Do we still have the skiff?
You left the skiff where it was, I believe.
Oh,
Different time zone.
And absolutely different time zone, yeah, because you left the skiff where it was on the northern bank of the river, and then you kind of waded through the swamp to the location that.
Yeah, the portal was.
Yeah, to where the portal was. Okay.
Right. Let's move on. I think because pardon the pun, but time's are waiting or wasting. Yes, whatever.
Okay. So you continue. Are you following the river north bank, or are you going to try and find somewhere to cross?
I think didn't the wizard say just follow the river Modron down and would get to Ashen Shaft or.
Yeah, I believe it
that far
wasn't
away.
it slightly to the east as well.
Yes.
I think perhaps we want to stay on the northern bank for now, and which will become the eastern bank, I guess, as we head south.
Okay. All right. You continue following the river, so keeping the river to your right-hand side as you travel southwards. Can you give me, everybody give me perception checks, please?
Nice.
Nice. And Jet, can you roll me a D4, please?
A D4, okay.
So you've been traveling a couple of hours. You've probably done maybe a mile and a half. So we will put you to about there. Ember, L'Oreala, you both hear guttural roars. Coming, you think, from the south,
Question.
southwest. Yeah.
What's guttural?
Ah.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
Okay, so kind of a really deep roar.
Okay, I didn't know what the word meant.
Jet, you hear the roar. You also hear a woman, possibly two women, natural 20, two women screaming.
Does anyone else hear that?
Yeah,
I hear roaring.
there's two women. They're screaming. We need to help them. Can I have a direction of where this is coming from, Zed?
Southeast of where you are, so
Right,
probably. I mean, not far. Maybe you're in an area where, although you're in sort of fertile plainlands, there are copses of trees and things here and there. And there are also some undulating hills here and there, some of which are quite, they're fairly deep drops, and then they rise up again. And then in the distance, as you look at, as you're traveling with the Modron southwards, you can see the Gillring Hills beginning to rise up and, sort of dominate. Bit like, I suppose, as you're approaching the North Moors and then the Pennines, right? You can the moors, and then gradually you'll see the Pennines kind of rise in the distance. It's that kind of thing.
Go on.
I was going to say, but from your direction, you reckon it's maybe a maximum of a quarter of a mile to the southeast.
Okay, I will shout, "Come on, quick, follow me," and then I will draw an arrow and I will rush off in that direction.
Okay.
Seeing Jet knocking an arrow, I'm gonna heft my shield and run after him.
Same. Once Jet says anything, we're up and moving.
Yeah, Rage will keep
Yeah,
track.
I'll be following. I'll be along with the group.
Okay. Very quickly, Jet stumbles across an obvious cart track. Ruts for the cart wheels, slightly kind of worn away grass, clear signs of horses or bullocks or something, whatever steer that are pulling the wagon. And he kind of veers down that path and continues to follow it. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And ahead of you, as you kind of crest the hill and kind of come down, you look down upon what appears to be a small farmstead comprising of a couple of buildings, perhaps a well or something in the middle, and sort of an animal paddock.
Okay.
And the roar appears to be two rather large humanoids that are currently yelling and roaring at, making a noise at the farm. And I am going to make you all immediately roll for initiative.
Ooh.
I'm gonna have to do this. How do you?
Are those giants?
Oh, I see. I think.
Hit your token, hit the shield and thing, and then you can hit the D20
Yeah.
on your character.
Gotcha. Well, that could have been a better roll.
Oops, I
That was
didn't
terrible.
do long rest for Kurgan, and I didn't do a long rest for Kelgar. Okay. As you watch, trying to take the scene in, you notice that this giant basically grabs what appears to be part of the side wall of this farm and just pulls it off. And you hear more screaming from inside. And the other giant starts to move towards the other building.
Can I shout it in giant?
Yeah, I'll give you a shouting giant.
I will just shout out. I think what to say now. You ugly fat mother rude word. At top of
Okay.
my voice.
All right. You yell really loudly. Let's see. Does the giant actually hear you?
Have we got a? Is that a bandit on the map, or is that just some placeholder?
Bandit?
Yeah, down.
You can't see.
Why can't? That's true. I shouldn't be able to see through walls.
No, you shouldn't. This giant here pauses, kind of half the wall in its hand, and it kind of turns, and it sees the seven of you as you kind of running sort of up and over the hill, and it yells out to its companion, "We have tasty fleshlings coming. Let's eat them." Rage, you get to go first. Now, just so you know, Rage, your Great Weapon Master ability, I think, should work properly now. You can hit it on your character sheet, your feature, and it should toggle it on. And then it should come off automatically at the end of the round.
Right, okay.
But I don't know.
That's the active ability, is it? Or is it?
Yes, I think so.
Not the... or is it the passive ability?
One of the two. I can't remember what
We'll find out.
We'll find out, yeah. All right.
Hi, Guy.
Oh, hi, Guy.
Hey,
Hi, Guy.
Just
Hey,
in
but
time.
just in time to get killed by hill giants.
Oh,
To
for
me-
fuck's sake.
Kill.
Let me spend the next 5 minutes just changing the cameras around 2 shakes.
Okay.
Go for it.
Bugger.
Why the fuck are we fighting hill giants?
Jet heard women screaming.
Yeah, women screaming, and I just dashed off.
I will. I'm gonna have to double move to this one.
Okay.
80 feet.
Okay.
And I will rage.
All right. Of course you will.
And I
And
think.
of course, the icon is the wrong way around. Right. 1 second. I'm just going to remove the icon. Don't click on anything else.
I also didn't. I'm no longer raging now. So.
Yeah, I know. And so you've got the rage icon on you for some reason. So I'm just going to get rid of that. There you go. Right. Now it should work when you rage. There you go.
Awesome.
We've got it right. Okay, cool.
And I think that's all I can do, unfortunately.
Okay. Riala.
Serge,
Oh, we've lost the movement thing. That's the movement measure.
Yes, it's no longer compatible.
I'm seeing some weird stuff on my screen. I've got something called elevation template.
Yeah.
And show sequence database and show sequence effect viewer.
Yeah, don't click on any of those.
Okay.
Don't quite know why you can see them. I've probably not disabled them.
Calendar as well.
Yeah. Calendar's okay.
Sequence low.
Yeah, don't worry about those.
So we'll move further up to there to see them, and then glowing with a little divine energy, I shout grovel before the goddess and cast command.
Okay.
And I'm going to twin spell that, so I cast command on each of them.
Are you in range of both?
Yeah, 60 feet range.
Okay. Okay.
So it's a wisdom saving throw, and if they fail it, on their turn they fall prone and end their turn.
Okay. All right. You didn't target them, so it would have automatically done the target. It doesn't matter. What's the DC that I'm aiming for?
That's a good question. It's just changed recently, hasn't it? DC 15.
15. That's what you get for going to level
5, yeah. Pretty
5.
good.
Okay. Oops. I'm talking about combat. Bastard. All right. So he will fall prone in a second. And then this guy.
Lovely.
A bit smart. He's a bit smarter than his mate. And he makes it.
Okie dokie. That's my move, my standard action. I have a minor, but I think that's the end of my turn.
Okay. This one steps forwards, grabs a boulder and tosses it at the caster.
Sounds reasonable.
Duck.
You watch L'Oreal as this boulder comes hurtling towards you, and kind of at the last minute, you kind of almost nonchalantly step to one side as it crashes into the mud and the grass around you. The giant bellows in frustration. Continues his move. And gets into melee combat with you. Kurgan. Oh, that's me, isn't it?
It could be me.
Oh, yeah, you're here. Sorry,
I
Kurgan.
am, yeah.
You are here, yeah.
Something simple, I think. I'm just going to fling a chaos bolt at it.
Okay. Roll your damage. Nice psychic damage. Okay, so your curse bolt basically slams into the creature, and he kind of grabs his head as this psychic energy kind of washes over him.
Yes, it does.
Medistra.
So Medistra, seeing these monstrosities ravishing this farmstead, will move across to here, and he will again point his hand to the sky and say, "Mistress, Celestine Spiritu Maxim." He will cast his Eldritch Blast at the furthest one over here where Rage is.
Okay.
He is prone, by the way.
Does he fall prone on your
No,
turn?
actually, he on his turn, yeah, he spends his turn falling prone and then ends his turn. Yeah, so he
he's
isn't
not
technically prone yet.
Not prone yet, but I put the marker there
sorry,
to remind me that he failed.
In which case, sorry.
Which is
Yeah,
fine. It means you don't have disadvantage.
I'd go for the one with that's going towards L'Oreal there anyway. Sorry, I completely missed that little one there. And let's see if this works properly. Fast dice.
Will hit. Roll your damage.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice.
nice. Oh, the +4 is on there.
Wow.
Good.
0.
No, that was a
That
10.
was 10.
Oh, right.
They didn't have room to put a little one on it.
Eldritch Blast
10.
crushes into the giant. The giant roars in pain. Roar.
Wonderful. I shall end my turn with that.
One sec, Medi. You get a second one now.
Yeah, you get 2 beams.
Oh, I do, don't I? Ignore that. End my turn. Have it
You
again.
get 2 beams,
Hit him again.
but that means you can't twin it anymore. Did you know that? You don't know, don't
I
you?
didn't know. No.
Twin it?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You can't twin it because it can now target multiple foes.
What's twin it?
So it's a meta magic feat for a sorcerer, and a lot of people, if you look at the sorcerer builds, they stop at level 3 or 4 on warlock for that very reason. Second one, you didn't target anybody, but it will hit for 9 points of damage.
Yeah.
He just fires at the sun instead.
Yes.
Same one.
Same one, please. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. The giant kind of racks in pain. Looks a little bit angry. Ember, you're up.
Right, since I'm standing by Jet, I will stealth straight away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're stealthed.
Okay. Right. Whoops, that's the wrong button. This wall here.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got the thing selected. The building.
Yep.
Where's the door to the building? I presume
It's probably that, is it?
That is the door that's open there.
Is there any windows around this?
There will be windows, yes.
Any of them open?
No. They're shuttered with no glass. So they are open because it's during the day, so the shutters will be wide open, yes.
Okay. I'm going to oh, I can't do them. 25. Alright, I'm gonna head towards the nearest window, which is here, I presume.
Okay.
While I'm doing that, I will also shoot at this ogre over here. Not ogre, hill giant. With my bow.
Okay.
And I do get a oh, where's the why have I got a crossbow selected? Oh, it's there, sorry, it's just moved around. Does that hit?
It will tell you, yes, it hits, yeah.
It doesn't actually tell me.
Did you select the target?
Yeah, he's
No, it
selected.
you will know because it should
Oh, because
prompt,
the damage roll thing comes up.
prompts you for damage if you've hit. Yeah.
I mean,
No worries. Okay.
and
It is
I,
engaged. It is engaged with L'Oreal, so you
so I
can
can
have
do my
sneak attack,
sneak attack.
which has gone
Oh,
up.
lovely.
3 dice.
Has it?
Okay. Yeah, it goes.
Didn't know-
Goes. You've gone to level 5, so you should be on
Didn't
3
know that
dice now.
happened.
Yeah. Right.
All right, and that's
You
it. Oh, hang
loose
on.
an
I got-
arrow, catching it in its thigh.
That was my bonus action. Yeah. Okay. Can't do
And
anything else.
Okay. No worries. Jet, you're up.
Okay. So I shall unleash an arrow at this hill giant.
It was me worried that 2 hill giants was going to be a little bit too much for you.
Oh my guy. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Don't speak too soon.
Oh,
There we
nice.
go.
You have got to be kidding me.
Welcome back.
There is.
Don't forget, you've got inspiration.
You
What?
have inspiration.
I do, don't I? Right, okay, I'll re-roll that as inspiration.
Get a 1.
Can't believe that. That's terrible.
That's better.
Okay, so that's going to be normal damage.
Nice.
And then my second attack. I assume that hits, so then we'll roll the damage. And there we go. So, and then I'm not going to move forward. I'm just going to stay where I am.
Okay.
And then end my turn. There
The
we go.
giant looks battered, peppered with arrows and scorch marks from magical energy. Kelgar moves to here. He too targets and vicious mockery.
That sounds good.
And he yells something about dead kittens and attacking. The giant kind of reels from the psychic onslaught. The other giant falls to the floor.
Totally worth it.
Rage, you're up.
Okay. So this is where we try the Great Weapon Master, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we'll try the. Oh. Right. Okay.
You are swinging harder now.
I am swinging harder. So let's target this bad boy.
And if you notice, you've got an icon on your character to represent it as well.
Over.
Oh, lovely. Yeah.
Bloody
I'll have to zoom in for that guy. Okay, so we will attack that bad boy with advantage.
With advantage, yeah. Bye-bye.
Looks like a World of Warcraft attack symbol.
It probably is.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a 20 then.
Hits, roll your damage. This is going to hurt.
Oof.
And I will add.
That's very nice.
Where's thingy gone?
Hey, your Divine Fury.
You get plus 10.
It's always crap in it. Yeah. And my second swing.
Second swing.
Do it again.
Nice. Do it again.
Oh, come on.
I'll use my inspiration on that.
Okay. Inspire yourself.
Why'd
to
you get
re-attack.
2 rolls? Oh, because he's down.
He's
Prone.
prone,
Yeah.
so he gets advantage.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Me
is that the
sideways.
same again?
It's close. I'm going home now.
I feel your pain.
Rage. Your first kind of blow connects really hard.
I was
And
just
then-
shocked by it.
And then you slip on some slick grass, sending your second blow mere inches from the giant's head.
Surprise yourself.
Yeah.
Oh god, I mean, I'm right next to a freaking giant now. Use that smile.
I like the fact we all run in there to protect you.
Yeah, I know. I got lots of backup, didn't I? That's fine.
I mean, you're only the primary healer.
I know, right? And tank. Fine. Oh wow. This thing looks really it's blasted, scorched, puckered with arrows.
Looks
Okay.
angry.
Blow on it.
It looks really angry.
Okay.
Who did the most damage to it?
It's not me. I'm gonna take a risk. It probably will be a risk. Because anyone else it's probably going to be more risky for. I'm going to straight up cast Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead.
Hopefully is they're the wrong dice.
Nice.
There you go. So Toll the Dead isn't working. Okay. Let me undo the dice. Roll 2d12s.
So you get lower.
Roll lower. Yeah. Classic.
Okay, so it's going to take 8 points of damage.
Yeah, that's fine. Can I do anything with a minor action to help defend myself here? Don't think I can. Yeah, I possibly could, because you can cast a cantrip as well as a spell, can't you?
As long as one of them has a bonus action, yeah.
Yeah. What I will do actually is I shall cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
And I will cast it here, please, and I will smack him with it.
That's
so.
That's
If
why.
I cast Spiritual Weapon, 2nd level. Oh, not with that roll though. Yeah, I don't know if you've got a token or something for Spiritual Weapon. I think there's quite a fancy one that comes with some of the spell effects that you've installed.
Yeah. I just need to summon it. So bear with me. Actors. JBA actor. You want spiritual weapon. Would you like, what would you like it to look like? Do you want a sword? Do you want a flaming sword? A spectral sword? A scythe? A maul? A mace?
So like a spectrally mace. That would be quite good.
Spectral mace. Would you like it to be blue, green, orange, purple, or red?
Oh, purple.
Have a purple mace.
Indeed.
Now hold on a second, because you won't have
Permissions.
access to it.
Unreasonably phallic.
Configure permissions.
Very twitchy.
It's even throbbing.
There you go. So you should find you can move it now.
Yeah, I presume with the outline of that, it's a 3x3 giant.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So spiritual weapons there. That's fine.
Okay. Can you move it though?
Yes, I can. Yeah.
Cool. Got it. Perfect. Okay. The hasty hill giant snarls and brings down his half a tree on your head. Trying to swat the little girl out of the way. Do you have a reaction you wish to use?
I do. I don't know whether it's worked though.
Ooh.
What was that?
So what does that take your armor class to?
5 AC bonus, 22.
Okay, so that misses.
Good shout.
Oh, interestingly.
Is that a spell?
It is.
Is it shield?
Just a reaction spell.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so interestingly, casting it hasn't upped your armor class.
Is that on the cleric side of you?
So I thought it used to. So I need to fix shield and fix Toll the Dead. Okay, second attack then. I'm going to give him a. I'm going to give you a +5. A -5. Okay. Second attack. It basically brings it, and again, it clunks into this kind of ethereal force field that you kind of throw your hands up to kind of.
Cowering behind this barrier of energy. Yes.
Correct. Yes. Kurgan, you're up. Kurgan.
All right. So seeing the tree stump bounce off an invisible wall of energy, I'm going to raise up my blackened axe half and cast whatever the fuck it's called. I can't remember. Scorching ray. Now I can't multiple target, can I? So I've got to do one at a time.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so let's do the first one.
And then just don't cast. Don't consume spell slots for the others. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. Why is it asking me if I want to do a critical roll? Oh, normal. I don't know.
It always does.
Oh, does it? Oh,
Yeah. Okay. So your
Oh,
ray
does
slams into the giant. The giant kind of topples over with a somewhat surprised look on its face.
Oh.
Second one is going to go one.
Amber cheers Kurgan for killing that.
Oh,
Inspiration?
yeah.
Oh, no, you can't. Can you do that? Yeah.
I don't know. How does it work on a triple one?
You would only re-roll one dice.
Oh, I see.
No, I leave
Possibly
it
a waste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Giant is down. Kurgan, any movement, or are you staying where you are?
I'm just going to move up to L'Oreala.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, I didn't in turn. Hang on. There you go.
Oh, it's
I wonder how hard these things hit if they land a blow.
We don't want to find out.
No, I know.
Yeah, let's not find out.
I'm not going to
They're
move.
They're not just large. They're huge, aren't they?
They're huge, yeah.
I'm not going to move. I'm going to stay where I am. And again, I'm going to point my hand to the sky and shout, Mistress Celestine Spiritu, and cast my Eldritch Blast twice.
Go for it. First one looks like it's going to hit.
Oh,
Nice.
Second one.
that's better.
Okay. Both of your Eldritch Blasts, you feel your mistress guiding your aim, and your Eldritch Blast slam into the... Oh! They should have been at disadvantage because the giant's prone.
Oh, sorry.
At the deck in it. Yeah.
I'll roll 2 more d20s. And
So hold on. Let me do both of these and start your attack sequence again. So roll both of them with disadvantage.
Oh.
The first one misses.
Sorry, no, ignore that. It's rolled that automatically.
Okay, just hit cancel on that one. Then the second one misses.
No.
Sorry about that.
It's all right, don't worry. I will move, in that case, down to L'Oreal there as well. After that.
Okay.
And now, in my turn.
Oh, you all get
so-
brave now.
Wait, so
Yeah.
so if something's shooting me, I can drop prone and it has a disadvantage.
Yeah.
But how can you crawl? What's your crawling speed?
Half speed, isn't it?
Half speed on a crawl, yeah.
Yeah, it's difficult terrain, isn't it, when you crawl?
Okay.
But you can snipe from the grasses. Off the grass, not grasses.
Wait, you can be prone and still shoot.
But you do have disadvantage, I believe.
Okay.
So you can't, effectively you can't game the system by being prone to get lots of good bonuses for you. So
You can just stand up, shoot, and sit down there.
you can, yeah.
Said
I
you look
suppose
so
it's
funny on
bonus.
your camera.
Oh, you know that. Okay, thank you very much.
At his height,
But
he's
you-
prone all the time anyway.
You
Yeah, I s-
can't though if half your movement. Well, so half your movement is never going to exceed half of your available movement, is it? I suppose. Daft question, just to make. Okay. Ember, what you doing? Sorry.
I was gonna go in this house and find these people, but I think it's better if I just tell them to flee. Since the giant's more interested in us, I will head towards the giant.
Okay.
Okay, distance is whatever. Can move there.
Okay.
I will shoot the giant. Oh, I have disadvantage, don't I?
Yeah. You do if you're shooting him. Yes.
That means I won't get my sneak attack either.
Correct.
Nice.
Nice.
rolls.
Nice. Roll your damage.
6.
Okay.
Wait, why did that shoot 2 arrows with my animation?
No idea.
Okay, well, that's me done. Oh, hang on. If I dash, if I dash, I get double my movement, right?
Yes. Double your movement. Yes.
Well, only
Well,
one.
no, it's not double your movement. You just get to move again up to your normal movement.
Oh, okay, got it.
Second move, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay, gonna move into this. Oh, it's a wall in the way. Can move into this bush here. And
Okay.
that's where I'll end my turn.
No worries.
Okay. So I'm going to move forward. That's 5,
Yep, all good.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Target the giant.
With disadvantage.
Yeah, so we'll click on the longbow. Go disadvantage, which is going to be might be a miss, I think. Yes, it's
Is
a
a
miss.
miss. Yeah.
And then the second attack.
Will hit.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, let me just end turn there.
Love the little arrow sticking in his belly.
Why were you at disadvantage, Jet? What did I miss there?
Because the giant's prone.
Ah,
And you're
I'm using
attacking
a
from
range.
range.
Yeah.
Okay. Kelgar.
Who's you?
Yeah, Kelgar's going to move to here. What's he going to do? They might as well just vicious mockery the guy.
When does Kelgar's the karate finish?
10 o'clock. That is a really bad mockery, isn't it?
What
You
did you
can't
say?
see it.
We can't see it.
Oh, you can't see it. Whomever is willing to have sex with you is just too lazy to jerk off.
Wow.
Okay.
That's brilliant.
I didn't realize you can't see them. I suppose that's because it's hidden. Yeah, okay. All right, so vicious mockery. You hear Kelgar yell a load of obscenities at the giant. The giant kind of reels a little bit from the psychic blast. It rises from prone.
Game on.
Grabs its big club, swats at the gnarly little distraction. The first attack comes in. Hits Rage square in the stomach for 18 points of damage, halved. Rage, you feel this thing just whack you into the stomach as it kind of pushes itself up, moving with a little bit more speed than you were expecting. Then the overhang follows, also connects across the back of your your shoulders for a further 10 points of damage after halving. And it's
After halving, whoa.
and it moves to there, striding purposefully towards the weaklings in the party. All right. That Rage, you're up.
Motherfucker. Okay.
Do you get half damage because you're raging?
Yes.
But it's raging even more now.
Yeah, let's have this bastard. Okay. Rage, not happy at all.
Yeah.
Will actually. There?
Yeah, that's still engaged.
Yeah. And swing at its back as it's moving away.
My Great Weapon Master is off at the moment.
Better turn that back on then.
Yeah, it goes off at the end of every round. Oh, every one of your turns, I think.
Oh, very nice.
You didn't turn it on then, by the way.
Did I?
No, didn't turn on.
It must have turned off then. Okay.
It's all right. I mean, if you want to re-roll, you can do. Just reapply it and re-roll.
Well, that takes it down to 17, doesn't it? A -5.
Yeah, that would still hit. Okay.
Yeah.
Roll your damage, and I'll add 10 to it. 21 points of damage, another 10 points of damage.
Very nice.
And another 7 for the Divine Fury.
So another 17.
And
Jesus.
just
Okay.
Hit
let me
points
turn this on.
got.
There you go.
There you go.
And second attack.
Second attack.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that might hurt.
That's going to hurt.
Right, let's see how the game handles this critical.
Oh, that's poor.
32.
Oh, I don't know.
God.
32. Oh,
Nobody puts rage in the corner.
Okay, so that should give you 2d6, which it did, plus 3, plus 2. That's fine. Plus 10, yes. Plus 12, which is max damage from another set of dice. So, yeah, that's spot on. 32 points of
Wow.
damage. Basically, you kind of, Rage just angrily just hits it once and then just follows up with another swing into the giant's back. You hear this almighty crunching as the giant's spine just splinters and the thing just falls like a big sack of dead meat.
Beautifully done, sir.
Love it. Brilliant.
You didn't get to use your magical weapon.
Rage will kind of crack his back a little bit and look at the dents on his back and kick this fucker in the head a little bit.
Yeah.
I look at Rage and I hit my bow when I start clapping.
Do you know what?
That hurt.
I love it when the rolls go with the action, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'd like to cast. Well, I just go over to Rage, and I want to cast my Cure Wounds on him. If that.
I'm going to rush over to this door and say,
Ember,
hello.
just as you rush over to the door, a woman appears out of the door, and she kind of steps back for a second, surprised to see a childlike figure in front of her.
Hello. Hi. Are you okay?
Are they dead?
Yes, we've killed them.
Are you sure? There's no more?
Well, unless there was more than 2.
Well, I didn't see more than 2.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my friends are distracting me by shouting behind me.
No worries.
Yes. What happened here? Where did they come from?
They just appeared from the west.
Oh, right, from
They
the hill.
saw the farmstead and came straight over.
Oh,
And
okay.
didn't
They-
seem interested in our cattle. They seemed interested in us.
Oh, I don't really know what the diet of a hill giant is, to be honest.
People, pigs, cows, people.
Everything.
Halflings.
Anything that's meaty.
Long pig.
I'm too small.
Long pig.
From the west, you say? Isn't that the direction of the river?
Yeah, yes, it is, yes. But yes, from the west.
Had we already headed into the hills at this point, or are we still on
No,
the
you're
plains?
still on the plains.
Well, yeah, the hills are like south of us.
Perhaps they followed the river south and then noticed this farmstead.
Well, the river is a mile that way, and she kind of points westwards. It's possible.
Medistra, that was amazing.
Oh, why, thank you. My mistress is looking upon me at the moment.
We can see.
Thank you to your mistress.
It's a shame you don't get half healing, isn't it?
Well, back in 3E.
Yeah.
Hmm? What? What was that?
My name
3E?
is Charlotte.
Hello, Charlem. My name's Amber.
And this is my husband, Trevor.
Hello.
Hello. They've
I'm
gone.
Gonna go... Yep. Well, they're lying down. They're not exactly gone.
Oh, you killed them here.
Yes.
Mm.
Well, not me personally. That big guy over there with the metal. That's Rage.
They've got those people with horns, dear. Are they good people?
Yeah, he's weird looking, but Medicia's alright.
All right. Would you be able to do me a favour?
Oh, well, what do you mean? What kind of favour?
Can't leave those carcasses here. Contaminate the area, and that is where I graze my livestock. Any chance you could move them?
Me personally?
Well, you and your friends.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm probably say we can, maybe. For a price.
I love it.
Perfect.
For a price.
Well, it's manual labour, isn't it? And we did just save you guys as well.
We don't have much. I could give you maybe a couple of sheep and a cow.
No, don't really want that, but do you have anything to eat?
I could give you some sheep and cow.
But, oh yeah, food-wise, right, yeah. Well, I'm a bit hungry.
Well, my dear, come inside and I'll cook you some food. We have we have some leftover breakfast. You could have some of that, and yes, we could do
Actually,
that
hang on
for
a
you.
minute.
I'll have a
We've
look
been
around. Is there a wagon anywhere?
Yeah, that's a good point. I was just thinking, we've just had breakfast, haven't we?
You have just had breakfast yet? Is
Yeah,
there a
we're not really
wagon?
hungry. Sorry, not hungry.
Yes, there would be a wagon.
We need that to move the giants, probably.
And how much does one of these things weigh? I mean,
It's huge. It's not going to fit on a wagon, not a human-sized wagon anyway. It's probably going to get crushed. It'll probably crush the wagon.
Why not chop it up and have it for
I was
breakfast?
just saying the same.
I was just about to start chopping it up.
Yeah. But will an arm fit on the wagon?
Is this another farm over here?
Feed it to the pigs.
Because you got... Well, hang on. There's... Wait, there's 2 females, so there's another group of people over the other side.
Yeah, there is. They've come out as well, and they're kind of staying back a little bit, but kind of sheepishly watching. Well, not sheepishly watching, but they're watching the rest of the group and what you're doing.
Where did the other giant fall down? I can't remember.
But
There.
We'll search these hill giants. What have they got anything on them? Instruction wise, stupid instruction wise.
Just give me 1 second. I'm just. For fuck's sake.
Calling the dead.
What do you mean instruction-wise, Rage?
Have they?
Wondered if something sent them here.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Right, just bear with me a sec. I'm just fiddling with Tell the Dead, but the macro's broken, so I think it's gonna.
Well, they are hill giants, and there is a sort of hilly area over to the.
That's why I couldn't use it. Okay, so the macro is broken, and I've just broken the spell.
Well, that's what I was wondering. Perhaps they came down from the hills to the south, followed the river, and then saw this farmstead.
So searching the giants, they do have a couple of sacks on them. The sacks just contain strange bits of detritus. You know, one of them's got half an oar in there. Another one's got some raggedy bits of rope with a rusty hook on the end. Some bits of, you don't quite know what it is, but it's a bit rancid meat in there. But there are no instructions. Nothing whatsoever.
Strange that they wouldn't go for the livestock. I presume there is livestock around in the paddock and in the fields.
Yep, in the paddock there's a couple of cows and a couple of goats.
But then
and some
why
chickens?
have mutton when you can have apparently tasty fleshes?
Oriala just looks a little disgusted at that thought.
Mm.
You think they were just hungry? That seems appalling.
Maybe they're just moving from one place to another and decided to have a midday snack. Yes. Get your food while you can find it.
Okay, well, how are we going to move
There's
these?
nothing. I mean, there's nothing obvious as to why they ended up here and what they were looking for, or indeed if they were looking for anything.
Okay, so he's got a wagon. I assume he's got horses.
He's got a couple of oxen.
Yeah,
not horses.
they're probably the best thing though. Use the oxen. Tie rope round the hill giants. Use the oxen to pull them.
Okay.
Where are we going to put them though?
I don't care. Over
Just
the hill.
away, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it L'Oreala? Are you? Can you make? Do you make rage large? Don't you? That sounds dirty. What it meant to be.
No, I think Kurgan,
Was it Kurgan? Sorry.
was
Yeah,
able to
Kurgan
do
did
that.
I think.
Can you make them small?
Exactly. Was my next question.
I can. It's I would have to burn. Fuck is it? Oh no, I haven't got it anymore. No, I took it off.
It's okay. We have oxen. Let them do the job.
All right. It's going to take you a couple of hours to carve these up into pieces small enough that the oxen can pull and are willing to pull. It's a pretty messy job.
But I say, Laura, if that's the case, L'Oreal is staying well clear and looking a little bit green.
It's all right. I wipe clean, so I'll do
but
it.
by the time you've kind of done it,
this house has no door.
it does have a door, but it's just not.
I can't go into it.
No, you can't go in. There's nothing inside. I haven't got a.
It's just I want to get away from the smell and the.
Well, it's fine. You go inside. You get away from the smell. After a couple of hours of kind of graft, Rage kind of returns. He drops the bucket down the well and pulls out some water and just starts tipping water over him and sloshing the muck off him. In the meantime, Charlotte and Anea, the other woman, between them, they cook food. and they serve, come out onto the benches here, and they lay out a picnic feast for you of some fresh meats, some beef, some steak, some eggs, some cheese, some honey, some fresh baked bread, mead, etc. And you can have a short rest and enjoy the food.
What?
And we're going to take a bit of a break.
Okay.
Cool.
We'll be back in 10 minutes. Well, let's say 10 to, so about 13 minutes time.
Time
Cool.
for a couple.
10
See you in a bit, folks.
fantastic. See you soon.
How do you do the emote text chat?
GM.
E/O.
M.
N.
Remote.
Yeah.
EM.
Oh, I thought it was E.
And you can do OOC if you want to speak as.
Yeah, I remember that bit. I just don't remember the other one. Thank you.
Mhm.
needs a really big sound to go with this. Fixed it. Right, Toll the Dead is working. Is anybody else Toll the Dead? Just reading it.
I don't think anyone's back.
I'm Nice cup of tea.
A nice cup of tea with brandy.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm drinking the malty biscuit Yorkshire tea, and it's lovely.
Oh, it is very nice.
Does it taste of malty biscuits?
It does actually.
It does,
like
yeah.
You've dropped in your rich tea biscuit, and it's just makes a good tea.
Yeah. I don't like the sludge at the bottom. Well, actually, I do. I get a spoon and eat it, but you know.
But without the sludge, it's good.
The only downside is I'm on a no caffeine kind of health thing at the moment. I haven't had caffeine deliberately now for 2 years.
Wow,
It's really hard.
I'd say I haven't had caffeine now for 2 hours.
I haven't had caffeine for like 20 years.
You drink Coke?
No, only on a only when I have a rum and coke.
So you got caffeine.
I think Diet Coke has more in, doesn't it?
If you want,
Coke Zero.
Oh, okay.
still has caffeine. You have to get. There is a physical Coke do a physical caffeine-free Coke, which is fine. And the missus gets me the Tesco's caffeine-free Coke as well. So. But it's really, really hard because silly things, you end up having caffeine without realising it. So a couple of months ago, I fancied a tiramisu, so I had tiramisu. So got caffeine in it. So yeah.
I don't think that counts.
And actually, the other day I had.
Do you notice it though? Hang on, I've got to change my battery.
Dart's changing his battery.
So I take it tiramisu has got coffee. It's coffee based then. I take it.
Yeah. It's the biscuit soaked in espresso, in espresso. So there was an element of caffeine in there. And then the other day we were at IKEA between Christmas and Right. So we're at IKEA Christmas and New Year, or just before Christmas, I can't remember. And I bought cappuccino things. So they were again coffee-based biscuits, which I didn't really think about when I bought them, but they were gorgeous. But to answer your question, Dart, I think if I was to have a pint of Coke, I would probably feel the caffeine because I'm just used to not having caffeine. I mean, I drink caffeine-free tea and caffeine-free coffee. Now, in reality, neither of those are caffeine-free, right? They have very tiny amounts of caffeine. But
can't have caffeine free because it's still
a year or so ago, just before lockdown 1, my Wednesday game, my friend John, his missus made us coffee and forgot that I caffeine free, and she gave me one normal like coffee, and I couldn't get to sleep till 4 a.m. I was bouncing off the ceiling. It was bizarre. And then I think, at the height of it, I would grind my own coffee beans and I would have a super strong coffee, and I would grind double the amount that you needed for a typical drip coffee mug. And I'd have 4 of those before lunchtime.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, I mean it was insane the amount of coffee that I had. If I got a Starbucks or something, it would be extra shot.
How were the palpitations?
Do you know, I don't know that I ever had any. But
If you'd carried on, I think you would have ended up with it, mate.
yeah, probably.
You know, I used to hate coffee, but now I love it. And I'm saying I grind my own beans, and it's.
I used to, when we used to play Half-Life 2, I play, I had like 4 cups of coffee straight after each other, and I couldn't sleep till about 4 or 5 in the morning. I was buzzing.
To be fair, I get that effect with coffee. I can drink tea all day, no problem. Never have an issue. If I have 1 cup of coffee, I am wired. Like if it's a full caffeine coffee. I don't drink full caffeine coffee because of it, because I don't like it. It's horrible.
I did double espresso to keep me awake.
Yeah, if I need to stay awake for driving or something, then a coffee if is an emergency.
But then I was sick. Back.
Wow.
No, from the bottom end.
Oh, I don't want to.
Oh,
Dark, we are still streaming, remember?
No,
Sick,
no, wrong
sick
track.
from the bottom end.
Yeah, caffeine loosener.
you're all.
I'd never had an espresso before. She said, take espresso.
Don't move to France, Dart.
That's to say, yeah, it's
Don't want to.
Good.
That Frank doesn't want you.
Legs.
frog's legs are fine.
I don't think.
Like
I think,
chicken.
whilst I think people do eat them, I think, you know, that it's not an everyday meal. Right?
It's not.
Tried frog's legs. Have you tried it?
It does taste like chicken, and
Yeah.
it's a very small area in France that they come from, and it's not really eaten much. It's tourists that eat it.
What do you want, Jasper? You want
Or if you're in Laos, they just sell them by the street.
In where?
Laos.
Wow.
Vietnam.
Yeah, near Vietnam, borders East Asia. Deep fried. Well, you can get whole little frogs deep fried. They're quite nice, actually.
bit crunchy, right?
Yeah. Good though.
By the way, what the fuck are we doing in this little hamlet? Why are we here? Because I joined late.
Random
We had-
encounter, I believe.
Yeah, we heard screams, so I rushed off.
Hashtag random encounter, exactly.
Don't try and justify it.
I
Just try and...
I genuinely thought that was going to be a tough fight for you. It was really easy.
You just had the same
No.
thing that at the end of my last campaign, which was the level 5 bump is incredible. Like in terms of party power,
Well, it's not that we had some good rolls.
we did have some good rolls, which is unusual for us because normally we roll.
Yes,
Okay,
This time.
are we all back?
Mhm.
we are back.
Look who's back. Back again. Pussycat's back.
Tell a friend.
Yeah. All right. You enjoy an hour's rest, partaking of the food and the fare and the company from these two families. You learn that the farmstead is on the road to a sort of a small hamlet about a mile to the east, which is no more than maybe 5 or 6 houses. Not particularly on any kind of trade road. Generally just a place where a bunch of farmers built houses, created this kind of hamlet, and they just farm the land and kind of keep themselves to themselves. They do have the occasional problem with wild creatures and monsters, but generally speaking, it's they've been fairly lucky and fairly fortunate. Except this time round, it seems these giants paid a little bit too much attention to them. They're very grateful, and they kind of offer you between them. They after the meal is finished, Charlene kind of comes over with a small leather pouch and she places it on the table, and this is the best we can do. But we thank you for saving our lives.
It was a pleasure.
We shouldn't really take these people's
No.
money.
I was just about to say the same thing, Lorella. to be fair, this breakfast on itself is payment enough for myself,
Yeah.
and to make sure you're safe as well, it's double the payment.
That's fine by me. I won't take the money.
Do you will or you won't?
No, I won't.
All right, because I thought you said will.
No. The breakfast is fine.
Perhaps a couple of those lovely loaves of bread for the road would be sufficient.
She she grabs like a small knapsack and like a like a thing about this kind of size piece of cloth, and she wraps some bread in there, half a roll of cheese. Asks if any of you have sort of empty wine skins, and she fills a couple of them with mead.
My thanks, my lady. This is greatly appreciated.
And then the other one, Anea, she comes over and she gives you a jar, like a wax sealed jar. This is our honey. It'd be nice with the bread.
L'Oreal will happily take that with a large, slightly childlike grin on her face.
It's for
You've
the
got
bread.
a jar about this kind of big with local honey in it. And so sort of by about half past 12, you say your goodbyes and you continue your journey southwards.
Jet, I would suggest it if you wouldn't mind just taking the path ahead and make sure it's safe as we move down.
Yeah, sure. I can do
Give
that.
me a survival roll.
Let me
I
just.
will assist.
Perception roll and then survival roll with advantage.
Perception with advantage.
2 8s, beautiful.
And then you want survival with advantage. Okay.
Oh, great.
I know.
Was that roll? But were you rolling that from the party sheet?
Oh, I was.
Yes, you
wasn't
were.
I?
Yeah, roll again.
Sorry.
No.
So perception I get +5, and
Well,
survival I get +5.
okay,
it's got that in, hasn't it?
It's got that in. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Was it? Oh, sorry. Right. Okay.
Okay. You continue sort of south from the farmstead and head up into the Gilring Hills. The hills start off fairly easygoing, quite kind of typical low hills. There's grass on the side of them. They're quite shallow in the climb. Quite shallow banks. And gradually, the further you go, the Modron begins to cut into the land and starts to run in a valley, but still kind of gradually going upwards. And the hills themselves start to get somewhat steeper. You've been traveling for the best part of sort of 4 or 5 hours now. Not really see anything. Occasionally you see things up in the sky in the distance, kind of leap off higher hills to the south of you or to the southeast, southwest of you. You kind of take some time to hide and make sure you're not spotted. And your journey is okay. It's not massively. You're not moving at a very rapid pace now as you're kind of wending your way through these up and down these hills, and eventually you kind of get to that point where it's about 5:15 in the afternoon. You could still continue on foot, maybe get another couple of hours in, maybe another mile or so, or you could start thinking about looking for somewhere to camp.
I suggest we start looking now, and if we find somewhere in the next couple of hours, we stop it and don't risk it.
I agree.
Okay, give me again, Jet, Rage. Can I get a survival roll from one of you with advantage as the two of you kind of forage and look out for somewhere to camp?
I will provide guidance if I can for a
got a
D4
survival
bonus.
skill then?
Oh, sorry, I was too quick.
Yeah, just add D4. Roll D4 as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Already rolled it, but sure.
Oh, sorry. I
That's
didn't
all right.
realize you just rolled. We've got the same number anyway. So.
Yeah.
Okay. You kind of get another sort of mile and a half into the journey. It's starting to get dark, and you find the perfect place. It's kind of a bit of a valley amongst a couple of slightly steeper hills. The valley itself is sort of woodland covered. There's a small stream that runs down and off into the Modron itself. The valley appears to be quite ripe with wild animals. You can see deer track, you can see rabbit spur and things like that. So it seems like a really good place for you to camp.
Okay.
You settle down, you make camp,
Mhm.
have the rest of the food or part of the food from the farmsteaders that you met earlier on in the day. Anything else you want to do? Otherwise, who's watching and how are you splitting your watches?
I'd like to take a watch.
Yeah, if we could find a, did you say we were in a divot or anything like that?
Yeah,
Well,
you're actually in a valley.
Yeah, if we could find somewhere that's hidden for the fire, if not, dig a bit of a hole to put
Yeah.
the fire in.
Give me a
agree.
survival check. Let's see how good you are at disguising and hiding your fire.
You want to do that? Or shall
Yeah,
I?
I can do. Yeah,
Do you want me to assist?
please. Yeah.
I can assist you.
I'll provide once again a little bit of guidance. So add 2 to it.
Okay, you do a pretty good job actually of kind of camouflaging the fire, making sure that the flame of the fire can't be seen too far out of camp. So you're happy that you can have a fire and be safe from prying eyes.
Screened.
Yeah, make sure we get some rocks and put it around it, because then at least if the fire dies down, that'll retain the heat as well.
No problem.
Well,
And if
before
you
it
want
gets too
want
dark,
any rocks for your bedrolls, put them next to the fire and then put them in your bedrolls later.
before it gets too dark, I'll go out and find some more wood so I can stock up through the night, and I'll keep the fire going. Just like a gentle heat.
Cool. No problem. No problem. All right. Who's taking when watches then?
Well, I can take one, but it depends when you want me to take it. I mean, I can take the first, middle, or last. It's up to you.
I'm happy for whichever. As I say, I'm just going to be pottering around, stocking up the fire and reading from my or writing into my journal.
I just need the 4 hours to meditate, so then I can maybe take the second or third.
Yeah. Entirely up to you, Jet. I'm going to trust your judgment on the outdoorsy things. I'm from a small village and I know nothing about really well. I don't know a lot about being out here.
It doesn't matter really. I can take either any of the watches. So
I'm happy to take a watch as long as I don't have to talk much.
I can take a watch. I've got survival.
Okay.
Rage is on an all-nighter anyway, so.
well, I'll take the first watch then. How's that?
All right, give me a perception roll, please, Mr. Jet.
Do you want me to assist you with that?
You can do it. It's just
Second pair of eyes. Can you assist only if you're trained, or is it?
Oh, do you have to be
No,
trained? I thought you...
anybody can assist.
well, there we go.
Okay. Your watch passes uneventful. How long how long is your watch for? 2, 3, 2 hours? Are you doing 4 watches of 2 hours each, or 2
Yeah,
watches of 4 hours each?
I would say four watches, 2 hours each. That's what I would think.
Okay.
So
Well,
with
your watch, your watch kind of takes you through to almost 10 o'clock at night. The only thing of note is a fox kind of gets inquisitive and kind of sticks its nose through the bushes, smelling around the periphery of the camp.
Throw some food towards it.
You can. The fox kind of grabs the food in its mouth and then sort of turns and scurries off into the darkening woodland around you to devour its meal. Who's on the next watch?
Take the next one then.
Okay, I would like a perception roll, please.
Assist again, so with advantage.
Right.
Nice.
That's
Blimey,
nice.
I did something.
Yeah, it's good.
So as you get into your watch, you get close again to midnight. The moon is rising up above. You can now kind of make out the moonlight through the new foliage of the trees casts kind of a silvery glow around you. It's getting a little bit chilly. Temperature wise, it's actually no, it's not. It's really warm, 27 degrees. That's a bit rubbish. Ignore that. The weather system is broken. Still kind of late winter, sort of very early spring. So it's still a little bit nippy in the air, maybe close to sort of 2-3 degrees. Again, not a lot happens. You can hear the sound of animals just on the edge of the campsite, kind of snuffling around the undergrowth. About an hour, just about an hour and a quarter in, an owl hoots quite loudly in the trees above you, but you don't get any sense of any danger or any challenge to you at this point in time.
Very quietly to the owl, I say, "Shut the fuck up."
Love it.
You watch with satisfaction. After a few moments later, the owl takes to the wing and heads off.
Go on, fuck off.
Who's taking the third
It
watch?
comes back with its mate, the Rock.
Yeah. And we're not talking Dwayne Johnson.
Oh,
No.
that hurts to laugh. Don't do that.
Okay, who's taking the next watch?
I will.
Okay, give me a perception check, please, Dan.
Again, I'll assist with advantage. Dart.
Almost a nat 20. Okay. Yeah, a couple of hours go by.
That was persuasion.
You better roll perception then, haven't you?
Could try and persuade the nighttime not to come and kill us.
Is that the same roll?
Almost.
Yeah.
Your watch again is quiet.
Why do I get a +5?
Because you rolled it from the party sheet,
Oh,
not
cool.
from your character sheet.
Will I get a +3 then?
It's fine. Yeah, 21 is still fine. About an hour and 15 minutes into your watch, you hear, not too close, but certainly in the valley that you are in, a roaring sound, a sound of a creature sort of making a bestial roar.
Oh, not another one.
The other one was a guttural one, so
I
Yeah.
better wake up the party and tell them what happened, I suppose.
Okay. You wake the party.
Hey guys, I just heard a roar in the woods. Well, no, not the woods, in the hills.
get into motion for people to be quiet and listen intently.
Okay. There is again a roar,
Can I determine
followed by
whether
a splintering sound.
can I tell if it's a giant that's roaring? As I
Give
can
me
see big giant.
Perception.
Perception.
Well, kind of probably is if there's splintering of wood.
Yeah, it's not too good.
Although, are we in? We're not in a forest, though, are we?
You're in woodland.
Are we?
Mm.
Oh,
Hilly woodland. I'm going to try and figure out which direction it's coming from if I can.
Okay, yeah. Give me a perception check. You can't tell, Jack. You don't know.
Okay. Oh, that's a shame. I don't know though.
oh, wait, hang on. Oh, okay.
Ember disappears into the undergrowth. You lose track of her.
I thought I rolled a 1, and then I realised I got lucky when I.
L'Oreala. As far as you can tell, it's in the valley, but it's not close by. And as you kind of listen, you hear more splintering, but it does seem to be getting fainter.
Okay.
I just motion everyone to be quiet and say, I think it's heading away from us.
In
And
what
then
direction?
you hear a strange, high-pitched screeching sound,
Oh, that's not good.
That's not good.
and then it's cut off suddenly.
That's better.
Maybe
Does the high-pitched screeching sound like it was the same roaring creature, or
Yeah, it went from a roar to a screech.
so the
Then-
scary roaring noise was then cut silent?
Scary roaring noise turned into a high-pitched screeching sound that was then cut silent very suddenly.
Yeah, that's
I,
not
I'm
good.
I'm
That's
going to
really
look
not
around.
Something's just killed something big and scary.
I'm going
Just
to look around and make sure
scary.
Rage is still in the camp.
Rage is
Yes.
stood where you left him, quite silent, just listening.
Perhaps we should move away, or
Maybe it's a thing.
you okay, Amber?
Maybe it's a
The
case
one
of
with
we.
the. I can't say it.
Sphinx.
I can't.
Sphinx.
Woof.
Yeah,
You
that.
hear wings,
Put the fire out now.
large wings beating.
You're going to say dragon wings, aren't you?
Do you want to try and see if you can see them?
I'm going to put out the fire as
I'd
quickly
like
as
to
I can.
see-
And put
I'm
some
going to
soil on
climb
it.
I'm going to climb a tree.
Okay, give me an athletics or an athletics roll to climb the tree, please.
I will help.
Shoving him up his arse.
I will help Medistra by kicking dirt over the fire.
Okay, you kick dirt over the fire really quickly. Give me an athletics check, please.
That should have been me. That I don't know why that was.
Okay, Ember, you skinny up the nearest tree. What are you trying to do? Get to the top of the tree to see above
Yeah.
the canopy?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. As you crest the canopy and you kind of look all around, the rest of the group as well here, you see as well as here, but the rest of the group here, you hear this screeching sound, and you see, kind of backlit by the moonlight dart, what appears to be a dragon, something in its talons, as it kind of wheels, sort of kind of coming from where you are, it kind of sort of heading in a slightly northern direction, and then it kind of wheels to the west, and then you watch as it kind of just disappears somewhere over this way.
Hang on. It's nighttime, right?
It's nighttime, yeah. But
I
it,
wouldn't be able to see. I
I
can't see 5 inches in front of my face.
The
you
moon's
can,
out.
because the moon's out, and I did say
Oh.
the moon was out and casting a silvery glow, so it's a full moon.
Okay. Wow.
was-
Can I tell what color the dragon was?
No, that's the bit you can't tell.
Grey.
And how big it was? Was it? I mean, what was it carrying? To be honest, could I tell?
Again, you can't tell, but whatever it was, it looked quite chunky in its claw.
I'll
So
cast a
maybe
message and ask Ember what she saw.
I just saw a dragon, flying to the northwest, and it had a big, sort of chunky thing in its talons.
Okay. So the hunter became the hunted, and don't worry, party, it's just a dragon, quote unquote.
Yeah,
Mm.
I'm coming back down now.
Just a dragon.
Yeah, a big dragon. I couldn't tell what color it was. It was carrying something in its claws, and I presume that was the big thing that was making the crunching noise through the trees. So, I guess it's a very big dragon.
Did it have a skull above its head
I
and
don't
a
know. I
red
didn't.
circle around its feet?
A skull above
I mean, we're in swamp.
a red
So
circle?
No,
What's
no,
he
you're
talking
in
about? I don't
in
know.
That's
hills,
awesome.
forested hills.
I don't know what you
Sorry.
meant. By the way,
Oh, sorry, it's MMOs. It's how they tell you you're just about to
Yeah.
fight something that's way
Way
over
above your
leveled.
level.
oh, you mean a red skull? Oh, yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Sorry, yeah.
Too
I
powerful
thought
for us.
I think it's asking, does it have more than one head?
No.
Now that'd be interesting.
Mm.
If it had 4 heads,
Be
or 3
Tiamat.
heads, you need to shit yourself and run. Because yeah, it would be
Find
Tiamat.
another dimension.
Okay.
Well, I can safely say that maybe what else within this valley has now departed as well. So
Why would there be a dragon flying around here?
it's an owl, isn't it? It's like hunting at night for food.
We're in the
Yeah,
we are in the middle of the wilderness
Yeah, but it must have a nest somewhere or something.
and treasure.
Yeah, but I'm more worried about the big beast rather than the treasure.
Jet,
Yes.
would you walk with me into the valley, see whether we can
Yeah,
see what it actually picked up?
Yeah, we can do that.
L'Oreal going to quietly follow behind.
I'm going to stick with the rage.
Mm.
Yes, I don't think, although we're not as skilled of being outdoors, I don't think separating at this point would be a good idea.
Oh, fine. I'll stay with the camp because I've got survival skills.
Yeah, so I will go with the rage and use my survival skill to see if I can find any information from the tracks.
Okay.
or-
I would hazard a guess that anything that is wildlife or dangerous has seen that dragon within a quarter of a mile and fucked off. We're the
Yeah.
only stupid ones.
Yes.
that
Yeah.
have been looking.
That's very true. Very true.
Okay. Give me a survival roll.
Okay.
I will assist,
Oh, sorry, I just rolled it.
but take
Well,
your 18.
I rolled the 18. Do you want me to roll again and see if I
Yeah,
can?
sure.
Let me
Could get a
just roll
20.
that. Could do, couldn't I?
Always get another 18.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Okay. About 20 minutes walking eastwards,
Hmm.
you come across an area where a couple of trees have been felled. And in the open clearing, there appears to be a dead stag
Okay.
and a lot of blood.
Right. Can I check the tracks around the area to see if I can?
Absolutely. Give me another survival check, please.
Do you want me to do advantage?
If Rage is helping you, yeah.
I will assist you.
Okay. I want to see if whatever killed the stag was from the tracks to see if I can identify what it was that killed the stag.
Looking at it, you're kind of glad you didn't meet it. It looks to be a rather large bear. You can see huge slashes across the stag's flanks, and most of its throat has been ripped out, but you can kind of get an impression of claw marks sort of at its throat. The bear paw prints are about this kind of size as you kind of find they're probably even bigger, probably about this kind of size as you find them. Your estimation is that this was a bear. You wonder whether it was a dire bear.
Okay.
It's a dyed bear now.
A corrupted monstrosity, that once might have been a black bear or a brown bear that has somehow become corrupted by evil and twisted and grown into something even bigger. But whatever it was, didn't seem to put up much of a fight against the dragon. There is a lot of blood sort of halfway between the edge of the clearing and where this stag is laying now.
Okay, so obviously the Derby went after the stag, and then the Derby was surprised by that dragon.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was my thoughts. That's why I wanted to come over and see what the score was.
Yeah.
Looking
mean,
quite nervously at the kind of flank tears in this stag, Laurel says, I guess we're really in the wildlands now. I think we should move on swiftly.
Yeah, I agree. Leave the area, although it's obviously sated with its kill. But I think we're in a dangerous area with a dragon.
How big's the stag?
A full-size adult. Antlers are probably 3-4 feet in total size. It's a big animal. There is some blood on the antlers.
Should we warn those villagers to the north?
I don't think it'll go that way. I think
I thought it was going northwest.
At this point, you're about 5 miles south, 5-6 miles south of where those villages are.
Yeah. They might be out of range of the. Well, I don't know. Of the dragon. Dragon's range, or hunting range, so to speak. I don't know what the range would be for a dragon, to be fair.
Depends how big it is, I guess.
Mm.
If it was ancient, it would probably view the whole area that you're in, the entire map, as its territory. If it's adult, then it depends. It would purely depend on how many of the dragons there are and what the pecking order looks like.
So are dragons quite common then?
Yeah, moderately so.
Oh.
Is there any...
Not common as in that you see them every day, but not uncommon that it's this far out in the Wilderland that you wouldn't necessarily you wouldn't be surprised to encounter one.
Is there any evidence of... I've heard of dragons breathing, obviously. Is there any evidence of a breath weapon being used?
No.
No. Okay, so there's nothing burnt. There's no acid on the floor.
No burnt, no acid, no lightning scorches, no ice, nothing. No.
It sounded like he just swooped down, picked up the bear, and just ran off. To be honest, if you ask me.
Yeah, I say we get a move on and quickly.
But dire bears. What you know of dire bears, they're huge.
How tall we talking?
They're large in terms of D&D size, but a dire bear is going to be about 12 feet long and about 8,000 pounds in weight.
Whoa.
Which makes it about 4 tons in terms of
that's big.
Physical weight.
It's more than an elephant.
That's big and that's heavy. And that's muscle as well. That's 4 ton of muscle, not 4 ton of fat. So that gives you some idea. It looked big in the claw, but the dragon was way bigger.
Maybe we should get moving. We're still heading south, aren't we?
We are indeed.
Certainly not heading west.
Well, it's heading north, so we would be fine then. Plus, it's got its meal.
It's breakfast snack. Right, so I'll start packing up camp
Okay.
And making sure this fire is properly out and doesn't spread.
All right. So you're going to continue your journey at 2:30 a.m. in the morning.
No.
Do we need to wait an hour or two to get a little dim light on the horizon? Or I
Okay.
mean,
Let's not lose our shit over this. You know, it's a dragon. It's flown away. It's going to eat. It'll rest for the rest of the night.
Are you sure?
We get a long rest in.
Let's just go through the night.
I'll take you outside people's superior knowledge on these things.
And Rage is right. Over the next 4 hours, you are undisturbed. In fact, for the next 3 hours,
very quiet.
the woodland is silent.
Which keeps
There
us
is
all awake.
Nothing. You don't even, the owl isn't there. The fox, the rabbits, the badgers, none of it. And then gradually,
About
as
insects?
the sun, the insects would probably be there if it was the right time of day for them, but it's not. You're not in a jungle setting, so there probably wouldn't be that many insects around. There'll be a few.
Big grasshoppers, weren't there?
Yeah, there'd be a few, yeah. And that's probably the only thing you hear is kind of the sound of insects, grasshoppers and things. But as the sun begins to rise, the animals begin to come out again, and gradually you start to hear the snuffling in the undergrowth, the barking of foxes, the tweets of the birds. And as you arrive at sort of 6:30 a.m., the woodland around you is once again alive with animals.
Okay, so obviously out the range of the dragons, well, the dragon's hunting range anyway, which is good.
Okay, you have a breakfast. Are you lighting your fire and having a warm breakfast, or are you going to go for a cold breakfast today?
I think personally, and I'm open to suggestions, but a cold breakfast to move on as quickly as possible.
I would agree as well.
We have bread and honey.
Okay, and the honey is beautiful, very sweet.
We got honey?
Yeah, you got a jar of honey from Anea.
Oh, I wasn't.
L'Oreal is jealously guarding it.
Yes, it's very warm and runny because she's been hugging it all night.
Yes.
Breakfast is sparse, cold, but still, nice. The bread is still this side of stale, so that's good. It's still enjoyable, still crusty, getting crustier.
You notice a little warm steam rising from L'Oreal's bread.
She's warmed it up, has she?
She has.
The honey is nice. What little L'Oreal begrudgingly lets the rest of you have. And then, as we kind of hit 7 o'clock in the morning, you begin once again to trek southwards. The journey south is maybe not unsurprisingly, it is not contested. You don't encounter anything. A couple of stags, a couple of deer kind of cross your path. One point you see kind of a dog or maybe a wolf or something, but it stays clear of you. Yes, everybody gets a long rest, not a problem. And you make your way southwards. As you climb upwards, you're kind of following what is now barely a stream. Certainly Rage and Jet are both of the opinion that you're getting close to the Modron's headwaters.
Okay.
And looking around, give me a perception check, please.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Rage. In the distance, just atop a sort of a piece of craggy hillside, away from sort of not too far from the actual headwaters of the Modron, you can see a strange, what looks a little bit like a pillar of rock. But as you all kind of get closer, I've posted this into Discord.
Okay.
You see that?
Let's have a look. Oh, okay.
For some reason, I couldn't get it to work in Foundry, so apologies.
It almost looks carved.
Yeah,
Absolutely looks carved.
but it's
Oh.
probably not.
That looks like a face.
L'Oreal
Is
kind
that
of tilts her head
wolf-sided?
sideways. A face?
Yeah, if we're looking at it, you can see on the right hand side, there's like 2 eyes and a nose. You get this when you look at clouds and things like that, but I can definitely see 2 eyes and a nose on the right hand side.
I'm looking the opposite direction.
What's
think
that
we don't
down on the
have to stop
ground?
here.
I think that's the pyramid the mage spoke of.
I think that's where we're meant to be going. Yes.
Wait, you mean it's buried?
No, I just think it's very old.
It's worn.
Very warm.
What's all the green stuff? Is that grass or?
Yeah, it's just grass and things from the hilltops. It's quite barren up here, and there is a wind that is kind of howling, not howling, but it's kind of blowing quite strongly across and towards this edifice that you can see. You're probably about 400-500 feet away from it at the moment.
Let's go and take a look.
Okay. Approaching it, from the angle that you approach in, as you get closer, absolutely, you can recognize that some of this is carved. In fact, you reckon the whole thing would have been carved out of a solid piece of maybe a stone pillar at some point, or a large stone boulder. But the wind and the elements have eroded significant portions of it, to the point where it just looks, apart from the more secluded parts of the rock, the rest of it looks very much just like a natural wind and element buffered stone obelisk, stone boulder or something. But as you swing round the back of it, you come across a very overgrown but an old cracked stone pathway that seems to wind its way down towards the headwaters of the Modron, and there is a what would have been a pillared entrance leading inside and down.
Jet, could you, maybe with Rage's help, see if there's any recent tracks going into here?
Okay, I can do a survival roll to see if I can see if there's anything interesting on the ground.
Yeah, I can assist there if you want. I'll make
Oh,
the
do
way
you want
around.
to-
Yeah. Do the usual sweep.
Let me just re-roll that then. See if I get any better.
That's 3 times you've done that now. We got exactly the same roll.
Oops,
know.
ignore that. I activated the wrong thing. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Just checking what you rolled. 15.
I just got to get up and stretch for a bit. Hang on.
You are rolling the same thing all the time, aren't you? Maybe your dice. Maybe there's a bug in the dice code or something for you. I don't know.
Those weighted digital dice on the rock.
Oddly, the area is devoid of any sign of tracks leading into or away from the edifice of the ziggurat, which is actually what it is. But even more so, there's no sign of animal tracks either.
I'm finding this very strange, so I'm beginning to kind of sit down cross-legged and begin a detect magic ritual.
How close to it
Okay.
are we now?
You are within 100 feet of it now.
Isn't your range only 10 meters though on your detect magic thing?
Yes, but I have legs.
Okay. As you get closer, the entranceway doesn't register as magical, and your detect magic just doesn't seem to penetrate inside far enough for you to pick anything up.
Is there a door or is it just an entrance?
There is an entrance.
I'm going to walk up to the
How
entrance
tall
and
is this said
cast Detect
entrance?
Thoughts.
The entrance height is about 5 feet.
Oh, so
Quite a wide slip, because you said it went downwards, didn't you?
It goes downwards, yeah. And it's quite
well, a
noticeable.
massive creature couldn't fit through there.
Anything could fit through it. It'd just be squeezing, which would put it at serious disadvantage if it was caught in a fight.
Okay.
I think this is a highly magical creature. It may not even require this entrance for its.
Sorry, did you say something, Kugan?
Yeah, I said I want to walk up the entrance and cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay, how far does that reach?
30 foot.
Okay.
It's the medallion that I pinched from the
Yep.
party loot.
Yep. Okay. You don't detect anything. But what you do see is maybe 10, 15 feet down the passageway, it seems to branch out into a sort of a T-junction heading both, left and right from the passageway.
Should we call out?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Why doesn't somebody sneak in quietly and take a look around?
I would if I could see.
Yeah, we need to find something for you so you can see in the dark.
Passes a lantern. That's what these are for.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but I can't be
yeah.
stealthy, can I? So,
Yeah.
Let's do the old casting light on something trick. Who's got light?
I could cast light on your palm, just like I did with rage, and then if you want to close your palm, it'll cut off the light.
I thought you were gonna a coin.
Or a coin, whichever's easiest for you.
Or have a coin and put in my pocket.
Yeah, if you give me a coin, I'll cast light on it.
Okay, I'll give you a coin.
I'm not going to give it back now. Bye. That's fine. I'll cast light on it.
Yeah, mark a gold piece on your character sheet. Add a gold piece to your character sheet.
Thank you.
No, it's not a gold piece. I gave him a copper.
Oh, okay. It's not worth it. It's not worth that.
No, it's not.
Hey,
So you now have a glowing coin, which pulses with a strange energy in your hands.
Okay, I'll go inside the
Okay.
thingy.
15 feet down, you come to a T-junction. Do you want to go left or right?
Oh, can I flip a coin?
Sure. Just roll a d6. I'll roll a d6. Odds you go left. Well, you call it. Odds or evens to go whichever. Which direction do you want them to go?
Evens go left, odds go right.
Okay. It is even. It's a 4. So you head right.
Turn to page 47.
Ready. Exactly the same.
Heading right. The passageway continues to drop downwards quite steeply. Almost a 1 in, probably a 1 in 3, 1 in 4 gradient.
Just
this is
so you know,
only
Zad,
5. This is just a 5 foot passage, right?
It is 10 foot wide.
Well, then the other could be following me, couldn't they?
Well, we will follow.
Well,
a
it's not
good distance
quite
then.
10 foot. It's about 7 foot wide.
Yeah,
so-
but they can still get in here. It's not like I have to crawl. is
No,
it?
I'll
you
cast
don't.
message and ask him what he can see. Sorry.
It's just getting really steep down here and going further down.
Okay, go deeper, and then we'll follow you. We're
Oh,
right
well,
behind
By
you.
the way, there's a T junction. Make sure you go right, otherwise you'll go the wrong way.
I'm going to try and follow about 20 feet behind. Incidentally, Zed, I'm keeping my finger on the previous page in the book. Just in case.
Just in case.
Okay.
You die. Okay, we'll go the other way then.
Was that computer games where you say go left or right?
Books.
Books, the
Turn
good
to
old
page
Livingstone
100
books.
If you
Always
go
go
back,
left.
turn to page
Oh,
27.
Yeah.
No, there's old role playing games that said, do you want to go left or do
Yeah,
you
there
want
is.
to go
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Choose your own adventure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another 15 feet of kind of a 1 in 3 gradient, which means you've gone down about 45 feet. It turns again to it turns 90 degrees. So you've come in sort of from the west, you've turned to the south, and now you've turned west again. And it
Okay.
continues to go down
It's just spiraling down.
another 15 feet.
I'm going to ask Kurgan to find out how far he's gone and when he's going to come back.
How far down? How far down are you going?
Wait, how are you
Yeah.
speaking to me? Is it by spell or by that?
Message. It's a
Oh.
spell.
Oh, okay. I thought it was that tech thought thingy. Maybe I should have had that, then I could be able to put it down here because it's not very good up there, is it?
Right.
How
Okay,
far am I going down?
hold on. I'm just dragging you to the map. So, Dart, you've gone down,
Yeah,
and
and I'm blind.
you have the equivalent of a torch on you.
Oh,
There you go.
wait. Why does the torch look phallic?
Because you're in a passageway that's phallic shaped.
And you've got a
Okay.
dirty mind.
You dick.
Oh, I thought that was the torch with the torch end and the weird back end. Oh, it's map. What am I doing? I'm being stupid. Sorry.
Yeah. No
Okay,
worries. Okay.
that's the passage.
And so that's the passageway that you've come down. So just remember,
Okay.
you've gone west, you've gone south, you've turned, and now you're starting to go west again, and it's continuing to go downwards.
Right. Okay.
So at the moment, everybody, he is about 40 feet away from you, but he's 120 feet below you.
Oh, that far down.
No, 1 in 3 means for every 3 feet you travel, you go down 1, doesn't it?
I have no
Not the
idea.
other way. Yeah, not the other way around. So you're about 20 feet below the group, and continuing to go down.
I was thinking that's more like a fairly vertical slide that he's just.
He just jumped.
Whee!
Yeah, 1 in 3, 3 in 1 is probably quite bad, isn't it?
With those tiny legs as well.
No
I
chance.
don't know what you mean by 3 in 1, to be honest.
If he had those giant feet, he could have outrun the birds. Poor Dart will be like, "What the hell is that?"
Yeah, I'm like, what? I don't. Birds? What birds?
Doesn't matter.
Anyway,
Okay.
I'm gonna go. What? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna move there.
You're going to come back.
Oh, is that backwards? I
That's
thought you went.
back towards the beginning of the yeah. So you need to go this way on the map. Okay. As you get to there, I believe you can see the stairs finally stop and open out into what appears to be an odd-looking chamber. You can make out what look like ancient tapestries fastened to the wall. and some kind of podium or raised dais on the western wall. It's very quiet.
I messaged to Kurgan. Can you guys come
You
down here?
can't message. Kurgan has to message you. It's
Maybe I
all
should-
gone quiet, Kurgan, and rest of the group.
I'm gonna
Listening to what Mehdi said to me earlier, I'm going to talk into my hand and pretend to cast message. So what's going on? No, it's fine. He's absolutely fine down there by himself. We can hang back.
Love it.
Toriala smiles appreciatively.
Oh, and then I will actually cast message. No, I will cast message. Fuck it. I'm not nasty.
Is that a door
You
on
need
my
us to
right?
come down.
Emily, the door on your right, yes, it is closed. It appears to be a stone door with some kind of ornate carving on it, depicting something. You're not quite sure. It seems to depict maybe the building with a star above it and a man with upheld hands, kind of almost like he's stood outside the building worshipping the sun or a star or the moon, certainly dressed in what appears to be sort of a stylized form of religious dress.
Okay. I think there's a Stargate down here. There's that reference flowing there. Okay, can I do an investigation check on this thing that looks the altar-y thing?
Sure. Move yourself. You have to go up there though to investigate it. Okay.
Oh, by the way, your spell didn't get to me because I'm too far down, Kurgan. So I didn't hear your spell.
I hear you talking to me. You're
No,
too
I'm not
far
talking. What? I thought
No,
I was
no.
too far.
Oh,
I thought I was too far down for him to cast it anymore. I had to go.
yeah,
further
you are
up.
now. You are out of range.
Are you sure?
Yeah. He's
120.
Straight.
Magical silence, 1 foot of stone or 1 inch common metal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Box spell.
So
Oh no, hang on. The spell doesn't have to follow a straight line and can travel freely around corners or through openings. So as long as he's not closed the door behind him or something, it can wend its way as long as he hasn't gone more than 120 feet.
And that's where it falls down because he has.
Well, you've gone too fucking far then.
It's about 150 feet from you by following the path.
I can't hear you.
But you don't know that, and we don't know that.
Right. So Kurgan, you try and send a message spell, and you get no response.
What do I try?
Okay,
No, Emma's absolutely fine. Doesn't need us.
Dark, give
That's
me
not true.
Dark,
Silence.
Embo, give me an investigation check, please.
Kurgan has to make a willpower roll. He's in conflict.
It feels more like a deception roll to me, to be honest.
The block of stone in front of you is less of an altar, more of some kind of. There's no markings on it to suggest that it was an altar of any kind, but there do seem to be some kind of remnants of something on it, bits of, you don't know. It's very dusty down here, very thick with sand.
And I can't hear anything. There's nothing.
Seems very quiet.
It's sand. It's coarse.
You don't know what's going down here. You can't hear this. I'm gonna head back up to
Touche.
go and because I haven't heard anything from up above, and I'm wondering, am I out of range?
Just one second. I'm just going to move you back for a second. As you get to there, you think you hear the sound of sand flowing.
Oh dear.
Then it goes quiet.
Sorry,
Have I
did you say
set off a-
following?
Have I set a trap off?
Flowing. No, you don't know. Keep going. You can carry on going.
Wait, hang on. I turn around to look behind me to see if there's any sand filling up the room before I head.
No sound filling up the room. No, nothing.
Okay, I'll just keep going back up. Hello, guys.
Okay.
Hello?
Sorry, I just
Yeah.
found your counters on the map.
Yeah, you've just found the rest of the part of the map, so that's fine. So after another sort of 5 minutes or so, Ember kind of strolls out of the entrance way to this ziggurat and kind of nods at you all.
Hi, guys. What happened? You guys weren't talking to me very much. Anyway, I found a sort of like a opening with a sort of altar and a door that's made of stone. I looked at the altar, but I couldn't make out any markings on it. So I headed back up, and I just heard sand when I was heading out for some reason or other.
And
Yeah,
That sounds
like
a
it
lot
was
like
flowing.
the last temple we were at.
What tempo were we at last?
With the
The-
what was
the-
the creature thing, the jobby.
Is that the priest?
Oh, no, that was in the church, wasn't it?
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Not the one under the church.
No.
The one prior to that, Jasaka's.
Yes, yeah.
No, where we were with the what was the creature we were with last week? Can't fucking remember.
Well, that was the water elemental.
That was the elementals.
Oh yeah, sorry, my mind's completely fucked at the moment.
There
So
was that
carry
one
on.
with the skeletons, but I can't remember what that was.
That was Jasaka's thing. So you've done.
I was only half in there, wasn't I? Because
Yeah.
I was away for half the
You
session.
did the strange sewers under in the ship. You did Jasaka's ancestral tomb. You did
Oh yeah, with
The shrine under the temple.
the shrine under the temple, and now this one.
You say this? What did you say was down there?
this like
Amber?
looked like an altar, but it was more like a tablet with strange markings on it, but I couldn't make them out. And there was also a door that led off, but it was made of stone, with a symbol of a pyramid with a sun above it, and a guy with his arms out open like that, like praying to the sun.
Does that mean anything to anybody?
I don't know.
I'd like to cast my mind back and see if I can think of anything I've read in the libraries that I had at where I came from.
History check.
Yeah, I wouldn't know fuck all
Is
about
it like
that.
a sun god?
Doesn't ring any bells. I mean, it could be anything. I mean, it could be, it sounds religious. What he's describing sounds very religious and honorific. Maybe worshipping the sun.
We could all probably go back down there because there's nothing stopping you.
No, nothing Ember's ringing any thoughts from my mind.
So did you see any sand?
There was sand on the floor, but it was just like scattered around. But I did start hearing sound flowing as I walked away.
So you heard flowing sand, which could be something moving through it.
Oh, good point. I hadn't thought of that.
You didn't see a symbol of some scales, or?
I think you're all on the map, so you should be able to get pulled over to here, hopefully.
So, oh, you mean there could be something?
Seen a lot of black there.
You will see a lot of black, yeah. Let me just move you all for a second.
I think Zed just sketched this one out.
Okay, so I think that might work. Does that put you in a corridor?
Yes.
I mean, it's pitch black, so you won't be able to see anything, but yeah, there you go.
Well, I've got lights, so they should be able to see.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've got that vision, I think, as well. So
God, Medi, you took ages to load into that.
I know. It got to like 90%, then it's 1% at a time.
There is a lot of black on this map if you were to see it.
That's very phallic.
That's exactly what he said. So, I'll put you here for now. This isn't me assuming that you've gone down at the moment. I'm still assuming you're having a conversation up at the top with Ember.
Yeah, I just got Ember on the screen.
Did you see any symbols of scales or perhaps a hawk's head?
Nope.
Perhaps more ancient than the current
A lot
colours.
of the symbols look like they've been rubbed away over time. I'm thinking, but you guys shouldn't have a problem going down there. You're not going to hit your heads on the ceiling.
I suppose it's worth a look.
Maybe Rage and Jet lead the way, perhaps. I don't know.
I don't know whether or not Ember wants to scout ahead and we can follow.
Yeah, we'll do that. I'm gonna.
You've got that leading
stand
lead
here
real well.
and check for traps.
Okay, give me a perception check.
And then me and Rage can follow if you wish.
Although I'll have a torch at hand.
Rearrange. Yeah, hold on, Rage. I can activate a torch on you as well. Rearrange yourselves icon-wise, however you want.
I can't actually see myself still.
Oh, how wide is the corridor? Is it 5 feet?
It's 7 feet, but it's wide enough for you to stand 2 by 2.
Oh, okay.
Can you still not see yourself, Medi?
No, I can't see any of the party apart from members disappeared around the corner. I'm invisible.
When we clip into the walls, Ed, it sometimes removes visibility from other party members, so we can't see them.
Okay.
It's on the southern wall there. If I move onto the southern half of the corridor, everybody disappears.
Yeah, you definitely can't see anything, Medi.
Not a dicky bird, no, apart from the first bit of map.
Okay.
The map just reloaded for me.
Yeah, same.
Right, yeah, so it looks like it's reloading everything. So I'm stuck in I can't see the map at the moment. You cannot switch scenes until resources finish loading for your current view. So I think we might be on a bit of a slow go here.
I can still move around.
It's fucked. Yeah, I'm fine.
Don't move around, though.
Oh, I totally didn't just move.
No, I didn't just move to the other side of the map and see everything. No.
That's fine.
It does look like there's like a rubble or something on the far side of where we joined.
Do you want me to jump back to the campaign map and come back in again?
Yeah, try that, Medi.
That's stairs up as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah,
yeah.
rubble and stairs up.
Maybe it's a collapsed entrance.
Message says, I do not own any token on this map.
Got music now.
Yeah.
Had music.
Sounds like Devil May Cry music.
So you don't own a token on that map?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me get rid of Medi then for a second.
No.
Medi has gone. Is that any better?
I can see Medi.
I can see myself, thank you.
But weirdly, I can see him even though he's around the corner.
Yeah, it might be how I've built the walls. The walls may not be perfectly aligned, so that's why.
He's disappeared now.
I can't control myself though.
Well, probably because the game's paused.
Oh, that's a good point.
There you go. Sorry. There you go.
Yay, thank you.
Okay. All right. So as you come down to the bottom of the stairs, yeah, absolutely. There is a door on your right-hand side. The door you can now see is exactly as Ember described it. Appears to have some kind of ziggurat on it with some kind of star above it, and a man or a figure. Because it's quite hard to tell whether it's a man or not a man or something. It's kind of wearing some kind of religious vestment with hands up as though they're subjugating or praying or invoking the star or something above this area. The ground in here seems to be very coarse, very fine. Well, you start thinking it's dust, but as you kind of, one of you goes down on your knees, squats down and has a feel, it's got more of a sandy texture to it.
Very like fine light sand.
Yes.
Which way did you go, Ember?
I went up to the altar and just looked around. I didn't go through that door.
Over there?
Yeah, over there.
Just having a look at the religious symbology of this altar area, do I get the feeling of what kind of religion this may have been?
It's the most bizarre symbology that you've ever seen. Firstly, the floor that you're on appears to be a very fine mesh. And the sort of the hobnails or the metal on your soles of your boots seem to clink a little bit different to what you would expect on a normal stone surface. These square blocks, they're not. It's hard to tell what they are. They have bits on them. They have kind of ridges and marks, and one of them seems to have a small hole in it about this kind of size by about this, with nothing, and there doesn't seem to be anything in it. But the more bizarre thing is that they're quite cold to the touch. They're not stone. They do seem to be metal, perhaps some kind of grey metal.
So whilst Ember's looking at where the stairs go up over there, there's another door there, isn't there? Further
There
up.
is another door, yeah.
Has it got similar iconography on it?
Exactly the same.
Okay. So the way you I'll just walk around to that stair.
So are there
three
three different sort of metal things here?
Correct.
And are you saying the floor's metal as well?
It seems to be. And the guardrail here, now you're looking at it, does seem to be of some kind of metallic kind of substance, but it's quite brown in places and flaky.
Can we see through the floor?
You have a light source.
Yeah. So I'll push
yeah,
it. If there's any dust there, and then I'll hold my torch to it and see whether I can see. I'm just wondering whether you said it was like a mesh. Is it like a floor that we can see down, and there's a shaft below us?
No shaft below you, but it looks like this fine grit is right up to the level of the mesh underneath.
Okay, so it's been hid by it.
Is there any kind of engraving on these? Like, is it like physically stand out on these three metal type blocks?
You might have to sweep a lot of this fine grit off it to try and look.
Run my hand over the surface and create a breeze of wind to.
Okay, as you do so, a small protruding thing about this kind of size seems to flick over and move from one side to the other. And then as you kind of clear the dust off it, there are 3 or 4 more of these strange little sticks, if you like, that are that stuck up from the surface that seem to move. And there's
I'm going to take my deck and jack in and pull up a schematic of this dungeon.
no problem. If you could figure out how to do that, no problem. I mean, there's no power, but
I'm getting a Horizon Zero Dawn feel for this at the moment.
Yeah, it's creeping me out.
So purely out of character, that's exactly the feeling that you would get in here.
Right.
This is stuff that you've never seen before. You don't know what this is. But yes, this is absolutely what you're looking at are 3 computer terminals.
Okay.
What?
And now you see I'm introducing you to something that you don't know about the Wilderlands. Just to blow your mind a little bit.
This is really.
It's all based on IBM technology.
No, there's a Amstrad Sinclair.
At the bottom. There's a straight little chair with wheels over there as well.
Yeah, as you move it, you can make up the letters Z,
X.
8, 1.
Yeah.
Wait, I've had a thought. Friend computer. Oh God, I'm so terrified now.
Hey Google.
What's Google? What's Google?
A good point.
Yeah, I mean, your characters have no clue.
Yeah.
Have 0 clue what this is. But yeah, effectively, those are switches on a very ancient. It's effectively it's Zero Horizon.
Can I fit in this passageway?
It has caved in a little bit, but it is. You could move up there. Yes. Can everybody give me a perception check, please?
Everybody, did you say?
Everybody.
Can do that. Not very well, but I can do it.
Somebody got a 20.
That was me.
Jet, you hear what sounds to you like sand moving.
Can I get a direction?
East of you.
I snap my fingers. I snap my fingers and I say I can hear
Snap your neck.
and I say I can hear sand moving to the east.
Oh, that was a sound. I could hear this sound moving when I was heading upwards from last time before I met you guys.
Yeah.
Quite quietly, I point and say, through those doors?
Possibly. I don't know what's up this. I don't know what's up there because I haven't been up there, but I can certainly hear.
It's an identical door.
Oh, is it? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I say that I can hear sand moving to the east.
Dark, just to put you out of your misery, that's the other passage you didn't go down.
Yeah, I know, but I presume it's just blocked because I can't go any further.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just checking because that might be if a little person might be able to find something hidden under there.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna take out this door and
Hey, Calc.
investigate. See,
Hi, Calc.
this door, does it have like a door handle or something on it to open it?
No, doesn't. No sign of a door handle at all.
How do I know it's a door then?
You don't. You're assuming it's a door.
Just AFK for a minute.
So I presume it's got lines separating the walls.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
frame,
it definitely looks like a door.
but there's no way of opening it.
Not that
maybe.
not that you can see.
Maybe the switches on these sort of things might open the door.
I'll mash a button.
I was about to say, is
just
the
be
door
careful.
is the door the same kind of grey metal as the other panels?
And now you're looking at it. Originally, it looked like grey stone, but yes, it appears to be that grey metal similar to the panels.
We'll knock on it a couple of times. Does it sound hollow? And
it does sound hollow. Yes.
There must be a way through. Is there any kind of indentation or bump on it?
Weirdly, I can see through the cracks apparently.
Give me an investigation check, please, L'Oreal.
Do these curtains, these Like
They're
tapestry.
faded tapestries, yes. They're all tattered and ragged.
Me, I'm tattered and ragged.
But looking at them, you can
Kelga's joined
you
us.
can make out some imagery. And again, you can see these figures in these kind of religious-like vestments, looking up into the upwards into what you imagine is the sky, and to this bright object. And a couple of them are kind of on their knees with their hands up in kind of supplication to this bright object.
Is it like a sun that's up in the sky then?
It looks like it, yeah.
Okay.
So, Rage, do you think you could try and slide this? I think it's a door.
Sorry, back. Yes, I can try.
Try and sly it. What do you mean sly it?
Strength check.
Give me a strength check.
Has it been checked for traps? Yes.
No.
Would somebody like to check it for traps before I start putting hands on?
Okay. By the way, what do you mean by sly?
Slide.
Oh, slide. Oh, what is it? It's a sliding door?
It doesn't appear to have any kind of hinges or anything. It's just a.
Oh, right. Okay.
Maybe just a block in front of this opening that can push out the way.
But it's definitely hollow and it looks door shaped.
Okay, there doesn't appear to be any traps on the door.
Okay, I will try and force it then.
Give me a strength check, please.
Can I apply guidance to a strength check?
Is that strength or athletics you want?
Strength, please. Yeah, you can have guidance.
Add a D4 then.
Thank you. Oh, rolled off an 18.
You kind of try and push it, move it, doesn't seem to want to go, and it's quite hard for you to get your fingers underneath it to see if you can push it upwards.
Okay, let's go try the other one then. I assume that's the same.
Yeah.
Do I need to check that one for traps as well?
You can if you want, yeah, just for completeness.
Doesn't appear to be trapped, Ember.
Okay. I don't seem to be trapped.
Perhaps if someone gave Rage a hand.
Yep, somebody could get in there and give Rage help, so you could try with advantage if somebody's doing that.
I mean, the 6 or 7 stone half elf girl can try, but like.
I can. Well, my strength is only 10, but I can try and help.
Well, maybe one of our larger friends, Kurgan
What about the half orc?
or Kelg.
No, I'm still weakened by the magic.
It's bulk more than anything. I just need body weight to help with the lever.
Okay,
Go on then, I'll help.
Yeah, go for
Okay.
it. Move your stuff out of the way.
All right,
Is this guidance on this as well?
Yeah.
you have guidance and roll with advantage.
It's a bit better.
A little bit.
Okay. You kind of realise what you were doing wrong with the other door when you find out that this kind of it's almost like an iris, but it's very, very, very cleverly made so that the sun kind of object is almost like the centre of the iris, and you kind of have to push and then pull, and as you do so, the door just kind of fractures into maybe 20 or so individual sections, and then just rotate and kind of, I can't even describe it, but you know, you can imagine
Like a lens of a camera.
Like a lens of a camera that just rotates and disappears up into the sides.
An iris on a Stargate.
An iris on a Stargate.
So it's quite like the that
Whoever made this was an extremely talented smith. This is
If only we had a dwarf with us.
Yeah, I mean it is very, very, very impressive metalwork.
and yet this temple seems so old.
Rage, as you enter into this room, there's more sand. What you can see here, these are stairs that go downwards, and literally almost at the floor level here, you can see. What can you see? Yeah, you can just see a vast, a corridor that is full of what appears to be sand. I'd like Rage and Ember both to make perception checks with disadvantage, please.
Disadvantage.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll be looking for tracks and stuff, but yeah.
Why disadvantage?
Wow. Ouch.
The room is. It's on the cold side, on the chilly side rather than the cold. And actually, when you kind of force that door open, you've got this kind of sense of air rushing in from behind you into the room beyond. And as it did so, you could see kind of sand devils kind of spinning up as this kind of air moved around. But it doesn't seem to be anything. Then you kind of hear a definite, distinct sound of sand moving and shifting from over in this direction.
Something's in here.
Oops. All right.
Oops.
Attack!
Don't worry, just get the spice and get out.
Kelgar hits Rage with a booming blade and pushes him forwards. I mean, that's a good way to stop Ember from running away, isn't it? Hit him with a booming blade.
Okay. If I look, I'm going to move forwards towards the. You say it was a bridge or a corridor?
It's a corridor. It's stairs going downwards into a huge pile of sand.
Okay. Well, first thing, I'll move over towards that door to the left. See if that's got any emblems on it.
Okay. Just pause a second. I'm going to move you back 5 feet because as you move to there, you feel rather than see the air move. And let's see what happens first of all. A huge fist seems to materialize out of nothing, impacting you for you wouldn't be raging, so it's taken 5 off. Can you take another 5 points off, please? And this huge fuck off demon,
You bastard.
demon monkey appears.
What the hell's
we're
that?
going to roll for initiative.
The demon
So-
monkey.
Just for disclosure, the last time I used these, it resulted in a TPK for the party.
Motherfucker.
Wait, this is the picture you posted on the Discord.
Yeah,
channel.
that's, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Double bluff.
Just quick. That wasn't classed as a surprise round, was it?
No. This thing you were about to walk into it, so it just fisted you.
Nice.
Don't mind.
Didn't use lube either.
No, it went in dry.
Didn't he come back in then?
No.
Well, at least I'm not last.
Well, yeah. Not a good roll there, mate.
Terrible rolls.
And then Ember, you see kind of suddenly Rage kind of doubles over and you see this fist appear in Rage's stomach, and then kind of almost like in slow motion as the rest of this creature just materializes
Oh,
at the end of this fist.
I've got advantage on initiative.
Yes, you have.
Oh, you do.
And actually, you can't be surprised.
That's why.
either.
That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
of the model warning.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. No, you can't be surprised. So yeah, roll initiative again for yourself.
It doesn't like me.
Right, just roll a d20.
Does that mean you can't damaged?
16. So what would be your initiative now?
I rolled 2, so I had 4 on, so that's be 18.14.
This is the hammer's power, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm intrigued. What does the hammer say?
What when it doesn't warn me about the
The giant monkey.
big orange fucking monkey? It says, "Oh, I missed that fucker."
Oh, what's that over there?
I would probably say it would go off at the same time as the impact to your stomach, because prior to that, the creature wasn't necessarily in your plane.
Okay.
Huh.
Okay, Ember, you're up as you see this giant ape-like creature suddenly materialize in the doorway to the north after punching Rage.
Right. Okay. Well. I will probably shoot it then because with my bow, because I don't
Go
really
for
want
it.
to get close to that thing.
Go for it.
I don't know.
These are great, these creatures. They're not as good as 3rd edition, though.
Is it safe to say Kel would have? Oh, you're here now, aren't you?
Yeah, right. Probably need to be caught up to the party.
Yeah, you can move yourself up to the party, yeah.
Don't actually know what the party are.
About to die. Oh, that's unlucky.
Double ones.
Okay, and you loose your arrow into the monkey or into the ape, and it kind of swivels and looks straight at you. You almost feel like it's boring into your soul.
Oh God.
That's not good.
Anything else, Ember?
I'm going to hide.
You're going to hide.
Behind
Okay.
Kurgan again.
Go for it. Give me a hide roll.
Oh. That's 4 plus 6. Wow. Okay, and I can move, can't I? So oh wait, that's Kurgan. Okay. Where's Jet?
I'm back at looking at the tapestries at the moment.
Oh, okay.
And I rolled low on my initiative as well, so.
I'm staying put. I'm staying where I am.
Okay. Rage, you're up.
Okay, I will rage.
Okay. Go for it.
Actually, I was already raging, wasn't I? But I need to do it again.
Yeah, you need
let me
to,
unrage and rage.
Okay.
I keep forgetting long rest doesn't stop it.
Rage is raging.
And I'm gonna take a swing at this bugger.
Take a swing at this bugger. Go for it. You hit the bugger.
That's a shame.
That's hard to turn around upside down.
And second attack.
Okay.
Oh, it just stops on off the 20.
Oh no.
So
That's
annoying.
Okay. Again, you hit it with your maul. The creature kind of goes, ugh, And then as you swing again the next time, it just basically reaches out and grabs the head of your maul and throws it almost to one side, nearly wrenching it out of your hand.
Wow.
Kurgan.
Ergun is going to go with the bravery of being out of range. Let me just see. Yeah, that would. I need to go one back, don't I? Yeah, that's it. I'm going to do a scorching ray on it, I think. So raise up the axe haft above my head, and 3 beams of light burst out at the creature.
For it.
The first one. It's a hit. And then we'll do the second one.
Nice.
Nice.
And then just to make sure, we'll do the third one, because we like 3.
Wait.
Oh,
Oof.
less cool. Okay. I'll.
You fired 3 shots?
Yeah, scorching rays, 3 rays.
And I'm done.
Okay. L'Oreala. That sounds like a cough.
It is. Sorry, guys. I
That's
was too close to the mic.
It's all right. Just in the shock of this thing appearing out of nowhere, I am going to lash out at it with a mind sliver.
Mind sliver.
Yeah, I think that says. Nice.
Okay, it fails its saving throw, so it takes damage.
It now subtracts 1d4 from its next saving throw.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, I can't really move away from it. I should have shocking grasped it. Damn it. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Ember.
Shocking grasp allows you to move away from it as well, doesn't it?
Stops it taking reactions, yeah.
Yeah.
Ember,
Yes.
I would like you.
Hmm?
Hold on, I'll tell you actually. You're going to be making an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I moved to the right place.
As well, okay. Can you make an intelligence saving throw, please?
Oh, it's just asking me to roll for one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame.
Balls.
Okay. Ember,
Hmm.
you watch as you are thrown to the ground by the most hideous, malformed looking orc you have ever seen. And you watch in horror as it rips off the belt of dwarven kind and punches you in the face. You are subject to the phantasmal force spell. You have failed your saving throw. You will repeat that over and over again until you succeed on an intelligence check.
Hang on. A malformed orc, did you say?
Yeah. So basically, you're seeing the event
happened
that led up to your removal of the belt,
Yeah.
but horrified even more.
Right, got it.
Okay.
It's a prismatic prison or something, isn't it?
No, it's this is phantasmal force. So you will take 1d6 psychic damage. Bludgeoning damage, and you will do so every round. I don't think. Just double check.
I've just lost 2 hit points from something.
Yeah, that's the first impact.
All right.
Sound temperature of the stimuli. The target can use action examine the. Okay.
Can you share this spell with us or not?
Excuse me.
Shoot.
Wow.
Is that
Bless me, I got most of it.
Oh, okay. I thought that was the war cry of the creature.
Sorry, that was me
I-
having a sneeze out.
I thought it was Guy.
Dear.
No, that would explode my throat at the moment.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
There you go.
Issue.
I'm just having a look.
Gesundheit.
Okay. You need to be able to now make an intelligence investigation check against the DC every round to use an action to do so, to disbelieve it. If you
Right.
disbelieve it, the spell ends. If you don't disbelieve it, you take 1d6 damage a round
Okay.
for up to a minute. Sorry about that. And just so you know, and just so everybody's aware, the second one appears that cast it behind Kurgan and
course it
Thingy,
does.
Of course, there's two.
and it leaps forwards at that point to engage the caster in combat. The other one, the battered one, it just bashes its chest 2 or 3 times. Spittle mixed with blood comes flying out of its mouth. Its tongue kind of lolls out between its fangs. Its eyes go even redder as it goes reckless attack on Rage.
Oh God.
And it has multi-attack. So incoming attacks Rage.
This could hurt.
Fist.
Were you
Reckless.
raging, Rage?
I was raging, yes.
First attack hits as it kind of punches you with its fist, all for a massive 2 points of damage. Second attack comes in, second fist, as you kind of get a massive haymaker. This time you kind of dodge out the way and miss. The third time it kind of snaps down on you with its frothing, foaming, blooded bite. Hits on a 26, not a crit, for a further 9 points, halved to 4. This thing just goes Garrity on Rage and is pummeling him, biting him, snapping at him, snarling.
Rage just doesn't care.
Rage just kind of looks sideways at it.
It doesn't at the moment. Jet, you're up.
Okay.
Should you have rolled initiative for the other one?
Yeah, the other one's got initiative. I rolled initiative right at the beginning.
Oh, it's just invisible on the tracker.
Just
Yeah,
invisible on the tracker. Thank you for telling me. There you go.
Oh, so we've passed him. That's all I wanted to know.
Move 5 feet, and I can actually see one.
Yep.
So
Oh, okay.
I'm just wondering whether I should shoot my arrows through that. It's gonna have cover though, isn't it? Is it?
It's gonna have cover, yeah. I think the cover module doesn't appear to be working, so you need to just
It's -5. I would imagine. Is it -5?
-2.
-2. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have a shot at that when I can see that I've just moved forward 5 feet. So
Okay, go for it.
let's just open the character.
Sorry, pussycat.
Go to actions and go to.
You've not got sharpshooters yet.
It's gonna be next. It's gonna be next. I've got piercing.
Yeah.
So let's do a normal shot first.
16 will hit.
So we'll roll that. Right, I have piercing, so I can re-roll that damage.
Yes, you
That
can.
die. So let's do a roll 1.
You have to take the second roll, don't you?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So it's gonna
Well,
be
that's it. That's going to be 11, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the first arrow, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
I will then strike with my second attack.
Going to hit. Roll your damage.
So that's going to be an additional 7 against that particular one.
Okay. The arrow your 2 arrows are kind of embedded in its chest and shoulder. It just seems oblivious to them at the
I
moment.
think I'd like to see if I can. Right, that's 5 feet. I'll go 10 feet.
Yeah.
Do I have to have double movement to go through people?
No, you just go through them. You just can't
So
stop
that's-
on them.
Yeah, okay, so that's 10. It's 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And then I use action surge on the same one again.
Ooh.
So that's going to be, let me find where the features are. Where's action surge? Click on that. Oh, hang on. How do I select action surge? Can I just...
Yeah, you should just be able to click on it and it should use it. Click on the icon next to it.
So, right, so I've used action surge, and then I go back to the longbow. Oh, hang on. Normal attack. And
Oh,
so with
Beautiful.
piercing, I do an extra die of damage as well.
Do you?
Yeah, with
Yep,
piercing.
on a crit. Piercing weapons.
So I'll roll the crit
Yep.
and see if it does it. But it should give me an extra die of damage.
It won't do it because it's. I don't think it's set up. I'd need to
Well,
build them.
do you want me to actually roll a d8 extra then?
Roll your crit and then roll the d8 extra. Yeah.
Right, I've rolled. So let me just do 1d8 as an extra for that one.
That's 8.
nice.
Wow.
Okay, so that'll be 26 points of damage, which was 24 points more than you needed to kill it. So how do you kill it?
It's going to go straight through its eye into the back of its
Okay.
head.
Okay.
And
Alright,
then, oh, sorry, go on.
No, yeah, okay, carry on. And then?
And then I'm going to spin round and I'm going to select the other one.
Okay, you shoot that
and
one.
then have a. Let me just get my character sheet back up again.
How many shots do you get? How many shots do you get?
I get 2 shots and then I use action surge, so I get another 2.
Ah.
So I do a normal attack on that one.
Nice.
That'll hit.
And then I roll. And roll that.
Okay. All right. So you, from the doorway, you loose 2 arrows. One hits its shoulder, one hits its chest. It growls in pain and kind of fixes one of its eyes on you, which seems to be a bit disconcerting as it's kind of chomping away on rage and focusing on rage at the same time. You dart through your companions, slide into the room, loose an arrow that goes straight through the eye that's tracked you all the way across the room. The creature just drops down with a big thump onto the floor. Without skipping a heartbeat, you almost rotate on your knees, loose another arrow into the shoulder of the other Baal Gura. It blinks for a second, but maintains concentration. And Kelgar, you're on deck.
Could we just have a moment for the complete Legolas moment there, please?
Yeah,
Thank you.
that was an absolute
Indeed.
Yeah.
Although if I see you surfing downstairs on a shield, I will shoot you.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't toss the ember.
Everybody tosses a halfling. Right. Stepping into the room. Oh, holy crap, that thing's big.
Oh, that one's dead. Sorry,
So
that
it's
one's
the one,
dead.
it's the one at the south, which is survive. Okay. Stepping over to there, I shall hex the creature.
Should work. I think I fixed it.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, nice.
Fancy effects and everything. And then I shall level my finger at it and conjure up Eldritch Energy and send 2 Eldritch Blasts in its direction.
Yeah, you're level 5 lovers. You are just OTT now.
Next week's going to be
this one, not so good.
First one misses. Second one?
Cast the spell again? Or
Yeah,
you
you
would
have
do
to
it.
spell, yeah.
And also, not great.
Okay. You hex the creature, and the feedback you get on your hex is strange. It's otherworldly. It's demonic. and it kind of puts you off. You kind of miss a heartbeat as you try and summon the energies of your patron, and it just doesn't manifest itself for a second.
Still getting warmed up. I shall start playing and tuning my guitar in order to get back on target.
No worries. Medistra, you're up.
Seeing this one to the left fall down and people then shooting to the right because I can't see around the corner yet, I'm going to step into the room. Oh, Jesus. See the huge monstrosity there. I'd look up at this solid rock above me, hoping that my mistress can hear me from here. And again, I'll point my fingers, one hand to the sky, and the other hand at the beast, and I'll shoot my Eldritch Blasts.
Okay.
So, Celesti in Spiritu. Normal. That's a yes.
Hit. She answers your call. Your Eldritch Blast streaks out from your hands, hitting the Baal Gura.
And with a smile on my face, knowing that my mistress is behind me, I shall do it again.
Do it again. And again, she answers your call.
Oh, you guys really are overpowered.
Yeah, overpowered with this. Again, I'll do the same thing.
Except if somebody gets close to you and this knocks you out in one hit, probably.
Yeah. So that's... with a bonus action, I am going to just look over my... In fact, I can move to this side here, can't I now? I'm going to give Rage some heals.
Okay.
Let's see if this does it right. Unclick that. Do that. Use ability. And I'm going to do... how do I do this? It's multiple. 6 was a bonus. Formula.
Cast it and then add D6, don't you?
Yeah.
Spend dice. I want to spend...
Bless you.
Thank you. Oh, bloody hell.
Is that right? Is that worked out right?
Yeah, that's what's that right? Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry, end turn. There we go.
All right, top of the round, Ember. So you got a choice. Well, actually, yeah, you're reliving this moment in your life. This
Got a
painful
question though.
moment. Yeah.
Is it me or is L'Oreala's hands glowing in her picture?
It's because somebody's got a
Torch. Yeah.
the torchlight going and it's set to flicker. So yeah.
Just my hands glowing. Don't worry about it.
I think it's centered on Rage because he's got a torch running.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got
It's
torch
covered
as
in
well.
honey.
Which I have dropped on the floor, by the way, as I entered.
By the way, my uncanny dodge, it says, is that any attack? Or is that just attack as in physical? Or
Damage, half damage, doesn't it?
Half damage, but you wouldn't have.
I wouldn't be able to use that because I'd be thinking, what is this thing?
So
Does
so
that mean a spell as well, or just?
It would mean a spell that is a magical attack. You can absolutely do that. Yeah.
Okay. I only just thought of that when I was thinking about that spell. Okay.
That's a saving throw as opposed to an attack, so it wouldn't work.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. I need to roll a intelligence save, right?
Intelligent investigation roll versus
investigation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Versus DC 13. Okay. You don't disbelieve it. You watch again as this malformed creature, this enemy of yours, rips off your belt and punches you in the face.
The actual wording says when an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack,
Yeah.
You can use your reaction to halve the attacker's damage against you.
Yeah.
So it doesn't
So I could use that
specify.
against the...
So a spell that is a saving throw wouldn't necessarily trigger that because it's not an attack that's directed at you.
Yeah.
It's my
Is
mind.
It's not a hit.
usually- Yeah, and the other thing as well is you didn't actually see it cast it. So
Okay, fair play. Although he is getting like repeatedly punched by an orc.
he is now, but that's because that's a spell that's in effect. It's him not being able to disbelieve a
Did it hit me again? Because I haven't taken any damage. Oh,
yeah,
wait, 1.
yeah. No, you're taking 6. I haven't applied it to you yet.
Probably should have shut up and not said anything.
Okay.
I was going to say,
Rage, you're up.
Rage, that heal go on you. Did you get hit points back?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
It's karma for the pit fiend.
70 damage.
70 damage, jeepers.
Wow.
What
Pit
was
fiend.
70 damage?
Pit fiend.
John's arena, the pit fiend, which you mentioned. Wasn't this pit fiend meant to explode?
Oh, that.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah,
I think it was just me, or was it
I
me
think
and
it was-
Jeff who stood next to it?
So no, it was you and Dart, except that Dart was playing a rogue with uncanny dodge and
Oh,
next
evasions
level
and
of
all that
things.
stuff, yeah.
So
No,
Dart took 0
it was
damage.
the other.
and you
It
took
was the other
70.
one that lets me take no damage if I
Yeah.
pass saving throw. Yeah,
Yeah. So you took 0
no damage.
and the evil took
Rage, you're
70.
going reckless.
Yeah. And
Go for
I'm
it.
using Great Weapon Master.
Oh, nice.
Which has it pulled it through? Yeah. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, it has, yeah.
Right. So after with it.
Great Weapon Master with Reckless is an awesome combo.
Not when you're all shit, isn't it?
Not when you roll shit.
Second attack. Do I have to? Is it still got Great Weapon Master on it?
Yes,
Is
it
for the
has.
turn?
You've
It has, hasn't
still
it?
got Great Weapon Master.
Yeah.
On it.
Fuck me.
Do you have inspiration still?
No.
Used.
You used it, didn't you? Yeah.
All right, you kind of go Garrity and try and hit this thing, but it's just too quick, kind of swinging around and dodging out of the way like a giant fucking ape. Because that's what it is. Sort of.
Right turn, Clyde.
Kurgan, you're up.
Yeah, I am. This is going to be my last thing, by the way. I'm going to go to bed because it's nearly midnight here.
Yeah, no, it's good.
No.
What the fuck am I going to do?
We'll be done at the end of this combat anyway.
In the good sense or the bad sense?
No. The game will end either for the evening or permanently at the end of this combat, depending on the play. There's no way this is going to TPK you, I tell you.
Nah, of course not. Possibly go wrong. All right. I don't like being here. So we're going to go over there.
Oh, I
Nice.
love that.
This
sounds
is steppy.
That is
Really.
lovely. What
There you
an
go.
effect. Love it.
I need that.
Also, I'm very satisfied that Ember is between me and the giant monkey, and I'm going to go to bed, folks.
No worries. All right,
Yeah,
get well
Good
soon.
night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Dude.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right.
No, but
Sleep
get
well.
well soon.
Get one.
Yeah, hope you feel better.
Thanks.
Night, bud.
L'Oreala, you're up.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, that Misty Step effect is brilliant.
Beautiful,
It's
isn't it?
lovely.
Love it.
Yeah.
Gonna move around to here, targeting up the crazy demon ape. I'm gonna launch a blast of divine energy at it. Hopefully. See what happens. Yeah, I'll do.
It hits, roll your damage.
Oh, that's some pathetic rolls, but
It's a shame.
All right, well, it hits it. It succeeds on its Constitution saving throw as well.
does it get a Constitution saving throw?
Yeah, it does, because it's concentrating on a spell that's affecting
okay.
your little rogue over there.
Very true. And then I'll end my turn, I think.
Okay. Okay, this creature is going to... It's going to sidle in between the
So I could have moved up to there. Which,
Okay.
sorry.
All right. It's going to move to there, and it's just going to target rage. It's not going to go reckless.
Doesn't have to.
No, it doesn't, because you are reckless, aren't you? So
Yes.
it gets advantage anyway.
It
Okay,
does.
so it's going to multi-attack against you, starting with its fists. First one incoming. 18 will hit for maximum damage. 7 points of damage after it's been halved. This kind of fist kind of pummels into you. The second fist comes wailing down on top of your head. We'll hit again for a further 3 points of damage. And then it bites you again. Which also hits. These things are nasty. They do hit well. For 5 more damage. This thing, again, it just kind of wails on you, taking advantage of you dropping your guard for a moment. It just starts to pummel you and bite at you and snap at you.
It was it was the complete despair of missing twice, going fucking reckless.
Yeah.
Jet, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to select this creature.
You have advantage on this attack.
And then...
He does?
Do I?
Yeah, from the guiding bolt.
You do.
Oh, okay. Right, so we'll...
First attack has
So
advantage.
Right, advantage attack then.
It's going to hit, roll the damage.
So we have 4. And then my second attack. Oh. I don't think that's going to hit.
That is not going to hit.
Okay, and then I shall end my turn. Okay.
Kelgar.
Okay. What's the glowing aura?
That is the effectively where the illusion that Ember is wrestling with is happening. I mean, you guys can't see this. It's just that she just seems to keep kind of throwing herself to the floor and hitting herself against the wall, and you're not quite sure why.
Does that attack that I actually hit with actually dispel?
Yeah, it is causing constitution saving throws.
It made it concentration. Yeah, it's made it concentration.
Okay.
If someone else steps into this sphere, do they get affected as well then?
Nope.
Oh.
Only you.
Why is it a template
Because
then?
because it's a template that sits there for a minute and then disappears, because that's how long the spell lasts for.
Oh, okay.
So.
Okay. What's happened to my hex?
It should still be there.
Yes.
Oh, but it's gone, hasn't it?
I'll just recast it then.
Recast it, yeah. Ooh.
Bloop.
Okay. And I shall move
Interesting.
past Ember.
Your rage had dropped as well for some reason. No, the icon. The icon was gone. It's fine.
As I move past Ember, I say, "Pull yourself together, Ember." Oops, not on the. not on Ember. Yeah,
that's a beautiful. That was
lovely,
nice.
isn't it?
Yeah. So Ember gets to roll d6 on, I think, saving throw next turn, hopefully.
Oh, okay.
So you add a d6 onto whatever you roll against the trying to break out of the illusion.
Okay.
And after moving there, having swapped out Green Blade for Green Flame Blade, I strum the strings of my guitar, now in tune, hopefully, and green fire coruscates along the strings and engulfs the blade, which I then swing at the giant ape creature. Don't know whether the green flame blade spell is going to work directly. Probably not.
Green flame.
Probably not great against demons, but hey.
Yeah, there is that.
No, it's asking for a template. You don't want a template.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm not sure that's working. I'll just do it.
No, it doesn't like
Regular
it. Just
attack.
roll your normal. Yeah, just do attack. I don't think it is working. Okay, that will hit.
19.
Roll the damage.
Okay. Is that my hex die? Okay. And now
Where's your
I
hex
need the green flame blade D8. There we go.
Okay, still alive. It's looking battered, but it's still going.
That's me done.
Medistra.
Right.
Can
I'm going to move to here, so I can hopefully get a clear line of sight on this thing. It's a hulking beast that it is. So I should be able to see it. Do I? Again, knowing that it's fully confident with his mistress there, he's going to do what he's done before, and 2 Eldritch Blasts are coming streaming at this thing.
go for it. First one just hits, catching it in its shoulder. 9 damage. It yells in pain. A demonic sound.
Feeling a bit of resistance there, he's going to be less cocky this time with this next one. Hopefully his mistress will forgive him. Or not. And
The second one misses.
away it goes. And again, where's Rage is there? So I'm going to cast my final 3 heals on Rage.
Okay.
Did that just hurt Rage?
Yeah.
Oh no, there we go.
Yeah.
I think the initial roll may have hurt Rage.
Yeah, I think it did.
Yeah, I've undone it, and then I can do it this way, so I can apply it as a heal. There you go. And actually, Rage, give yourself 8 hit points back as well, on top of that.
That was a 6 damage.
Because the first one did 4 points of damage to you and then healed you for 11, so you should have really been healed for 4. Cool. All right, anything else, Medi? Embet, you're up.
That's it.
Okay, I've got to do a saving throw.
It's an investigation.
No, investigation.
You can add D6 to.
Nice.
+1. Well, I don't have to do that. Add the D6, do I?
I don't think you have to, no. I think you can choose.
You don't have to use it. No, what did you roll?
20.
20. Okay, yeah, you break out the effect. I will drop the template.
But it was so pretty.
Okay, you break out the effect. But that is your action.
Okay.
You've still got your bonus action. You've still got a maneuver.
Okay, I'm gonna just move over here and delve. And end my turn there.
Okay, no problem.
Finish him.
Rage.
Right, see if we can, eh? Yeah, I think I'm just going to flat attack him twice.
Okay.
Nothing fancy, just the damage, I think. Although, did you say?
Got advantage with
Yeah.
flanking.
Yeah, I may as well do. It's probably just at the top end. Let's do that, and let's do this twice with advantage.
That's 20.
Oh,
Very nice.
End of combat.
Oh, nice.
Wank.
37. How do you want to do that?
Wow.
that was a critical, actually, wasn't it? So,
Yeah, so another 6 on top of that. So
oh yeah, 6. So yeah.
how do you want to do it?
Rage, just all the pent up frustration of the last 2 hits and getting absolutely pummeled by this fucker, and then G'd up by the healing energies from Medistra, just picks the maul up, takes a massive overhead swing, and brings it crashing down on its head, caving it in right into its shoulders. It's just like a big red smear.
Interestingly, as he does that, you kind of hear all these bones crunching, and then the maul just strikes solid stone as the demonic body, the demonic ape, just seems to disappear, and you see wisps of blackness kind of lift up from where the maul has struck the stone.
Brilliant.
And with that, we drop out of combat. And we end the session there tonight, gentlemen.
Thank you very much. That was a very,
Cheers.
very good
No, it was
session.
really fun, that one.
That was a
And
bum
ended
squeaky
a lot
moment.
better than my last encounter with those buggers.
Can I quickly draw Ember and Rage together?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good.
You
Come
can.
over a moment. And I will hopefully cast a Cure Wounds on them, which I will twin. Hopefully not roll a really pants number. Oh, look at that.
Inspiration? Have you used your inspiration yet?
Don't think you can use inspiration on a damage
No,
or
only
heal roll.
only on a
You can,
D20.
you
Sad
can
times.
borrow my whatever bard thing I just been put on.
Does that work? I don't think it does.
so.
No,
Yeah,
no.
I can't pass it
No,
over.
no.
No.
Oh well.
Okay. Welcome to a Temple of the Ancients.
Oh, okay.
Rah.
And welcome to the I'm not going to say anymore. So welcome to the temple, a temple of the ancients, and by the ancients I mean prehistory ancients. And your comment about the pit fiend taking 70 points of damage. I built I once in 3rd edition 3.5. I built a character that was designed to be incredibly hard. I mean, we were playing a 17th level game, so I built this 17th level min-max monster of a character that, if it got a charge off, would do over 140 points of damage without blinking.
Wow.
I charged a Marilith and missed. The Marilith proceeded to do 150 points of damage to me in return and killed me in one go.
No.
That character lasted 1 round of an entire game.
My mate did a very similar thing with Rollmaster. We came in at 15th level because we were playing a high level game. So we came in at 15th level and went to a pub called the Bucket of Blood. Obviously, that's the name is well earned. And the numpty, he was a knight. I was a trader, and so I was a bit roguey. And he picked a fight with some ass, but this ass had mates. And anybody that knows Rollmaster, anything can happen. Picked the fight, and the sly little bugger in the corner put a crossbow bolt, critted on him, and killed him in one shot.
Wow.
and I just walked out the pub, blended into the shadows.
Like, oh nope,
Love it.
whole cup
Yep,
of nope.
nothing to
Yep.
see
Yep.
here.
Absolutely not.
Right. Well, hopefully that was good.
That was
Um,
brilliant.
Yeah. Thank you
See
very much
how
for a
you,
really good session.
See how
That was-
you interpret what you find down here.
Thanks for those flashbacks.
No
Thank
worries.
you.
Yeah, I couldn't resist it. I wanted a different theme for this temple, so I've got basically a demonic theme, and I was like, demons, Balgura, gotta put them in there, gotta do it.
They're not as scary as they used to be.
No, because they don't have teleportation greater teleportation as a spell, which that was what I was using. Basically, they were grabbing the PCs because they knew the layout of this place. They were basically grabbing PCs. PCs were failing their grapple checks. The Balgura would then teleport away and basically teleport so that they could drop them into vats of molten lava.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah,
And I literally went through 5 player characters that night.
Yeah.
With was it 2, 3, 4 Balgura? I can't remember.
Were you pretty angry that day or something? Or other?
No, my dice rolls in Fantasy Grounds were just perfectly 20s every
Yeah,
dice roll.
the unfortunate thing is we had we didn't have any magic weapons, and in third ed you need I think you needed magic weapons to hit them.
Yeah.
But we were at the point my character was a shield fighter, and he didn't take the feat at that level just before, which would have given him a bonus of his shield bonus on his saving throws. And I failed my saving throw by 1 or 2, I think it was. And I was like, oh bollocks.
It was definitely one of those nights where
I love that character as well. He was really cool.
it would have been a good campaign actually.
Yeah. Was it the Thingy Tide? Savage Tide?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, Savage Tide, wasn't it? In Eberron, in the Lazar Principalities.
Correct,
down that coast. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Did you always play your games in person, or only because of
No,
COVID?
that was a Fantasy Ground. That was a Fantasy Ground game. No, I
What
played.
do you mean by Fantasy Ground?
Fantasy Grounds instead of Foundry, it was Fantasy Grounds.
Oh right, but it was online.
It was online.
Yeah.
Yeah, I play. At the moment, I've got my Wednesday game, which is normally face to face, is temporarily back online because of COVID. I've got a Tuesday night game, which is face to face at the moment, and then this game and a Monday game. I play 4 times a week, which is way too much.
Wow.
But if you like it, do it.
Yeah, I agree. If you like it, do it.
Yeah, I run 3 games. It's hard running 3 games.
Yeah, it's hard with running 1.
It was Aelon. Aelon played the rogue in that game, didn't he, as well?
He did play the
Played
rogue in that
Rego.
game. Played Rego.
Halfling rogue.
Did that rogue get killed?
Yeah, that rogue got killed.
As well.
Yeah.
He had a little tick box, didn't he, on his desk going, tick, next one, tick, next.
Yeah, it was.
He died having been sat on a stash of magic weapons that was in the place. he found it and then didn't tell anybody. We went off and got butchered.
Lessons were learned.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't you want to keep your parties alive? Because otherwise, all the stories you've made to get them through further can't be used then if you've killed them all off.
Just make new stories.
Yeah, exactly. New stories.
Roll it out to a different group.
All right.
Yeah.
Right, chaps, that was absolutely fantastic, as always. Bloody scary, especially with the dragon flying over.
We'd have had it. We'd have took it.
Put them up.
Still not convinced we need to fix the timelines.
Same time next week.
Same time next week, everybody.
See you guys later.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Night, guys.
Bye.
Cheers.
Night.
Cheers, gents.
Night.
Good night, guys. That was great. Thank you.